By our powers combined, we are the Thinkers! Day, let's go! Marcus, let's go! Remo, let's go! Charles, let's go! Ray, let's go! Sax, let's go! Go, go, the Thinkers! Brains, chaos, and jokes collide! Go, go, the Thinkers! Saving your thoughts from...
It kills me that song doesn't end.
Oh,
just
I'm
fades.
sorry.
Oh,
It
yeah.
fades because we're continuing it. We're going. The Thinkers. We
I don't have time for the end. Come on.
well, I just don't. The guys just go like this, and then what? I mean, I could let it go on, but you're just gonna watch this the whole for like a minute.
Now we need
it's
footage
obviously-
of like old nuclear bombs going off with this song going on in the
with the
background.
laugh.
Nuclear
Yeah, like-
bomb tests.
Yeah, so we're gonna add what's the name? We're gonna add clips at
Oh
some
my gosh.
point. Remember?
We have a famous person in our chat, Mr. Corbin. I watched that
We-
debate you did. Good job.
What was the debate?
Oh my gosh. You debated freaking Rob Knorr and Alex Stein.
Who and what?
About what?
What a blend. Come on, you're not familiar?
About DEI.
So we went on Modern Day Debate. Everyone check it out.
Oh,
I think you can
yes.
also see it over on Corbin's channel as well. But, Corbin needs the
He gets
views. Go over
increasingly
there.
frustrated. No, he
Go
doesn't.
have
He has
a
more
look.
subs than me, and he's a newer channel. I don't understand this magic.
Hey, love it. I love this. I'm thinking y'all need to like the stream. Exactly, love it. Thank you so much. And we've got a peeper saying hello to some Chinsia person and a Bimo. And that's it. None of you get anything else. Gray, you are a musicer. You need to take one of these and record it. Yeah. That's a good
All right.
idea.
What? What's happening?
Gray's going to perform the Thinker's song for us.
Oh.
So we actually have.
Ooh.
I'm
Yeah.
invested.
A non-AI version. Just
That'd
in
be
Hello,
Ooh.
Sherry. Lovely.
You're gonna do it just like coffee shop style, where it's like you got your acoustic guitar and you got a little tambourine.
Coffee shop style.
Go, the Thinkers. Did you
I think we need some bongos, though.
Bongos? Yeah, let's go.
Lo-fi.
Lo-fi. Infinite lo-fi. Creamy.
I think-
Hi.
No, I think we need to go the opposite
Creamage.
direction. We need
Hello.
nightcore.
Creamy.
Sure.
Creamy is the musician behind the intro song, guys. Go.
We're talking about your song, Creamage. Your great song.
Well, yeah, Creamage needs to feature like in the song at least, because we're re-recording it, guys. I wonder would then Suno or whatever be able to sue us because we're using their
No.
song?
Suno does not
don't-
stew. No.
Ugh.
Yeah, implied in their name is no suing. So
Come
I
on,
think we're
Charles.
good.
Oh, come on.
No.
Hey, Walls, how are you
Bluegrass
doing?
Thinkers theme is such a good idea.
Mhm.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. I want a thinker banjo. That'd be hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll do
we
some
can even-
thinking on it, and by doing some thinking on it, I mean bugging Creamage.
We need a mandolin for the thinkers. It's a thinking
I
instrument.
mean, I've been paying for Udio for a while now, and I really have not used it.
What is Udio?
It's Suno alternative.
like
but I
Suno.
want to use Suno instead.
It's like audio, but no A.
You see. All right, guys. So today we are going to go into, of course, again the Ed game because we have Charles with us today, and I have finally done my homework. Bimo and Dorcas did not do their homework because they refused to expose themselves to.
Refuse.
I made it
And
like
also-
3 episodes.
Should I be having like behind the scenes protests here now? Because who brought this up to begin with, Kitty?
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
me. Okay,
Yeah,
but
I
then
steamrolled
you
to get it done
confused
by
me.
last week.
You confused me because you said the whole season. So I was like, okay, fine, we don't have to do it. We don't have to do it. We'll talk about Dexter. And then admittedly, I wasn't very present in the chat. You guys carried on. And I was digital detoxing. And then I come back and, oh, you've watched it. And I was like,
Dexter?
oh, shit, I
I
haven't
barely
watched
even
it.
know her.
You're on a roll tonight, Bimo, huh?
Yeah, Bimo.
All I got. It's literally all I
love
got
it.
right now.
Continue.
Like,
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I apologize profusely, Charles.
Sorry.
It was a misunderstanding.
I slept in protest last week, so
Yeah, exactly. And I think you needed to recover, okay? Because, yeah, we will talk about it. We'll get to
Yeah.
it. But initially, we're going to talk a little bit about something that was brought up recently. Just a bit of politics too. Just start us off, and then we're going to go into the worst part of
Light
Just
politics.
mention.
Yeah. So here we go. The Pentagon
Nothing
news.
serious.
I don't know if we called it Pentagon news because the Pentagon doesn't want any news around it anymore. So what is the story here, guys?
Yeah,
wants
guys,
to
what is the story? I know it, but I think you should
BMO,
just,
you want to
like,
fill us in?
No,
It sounds like
I-
BMO's
something
taking the wheel on
happened.
this one.
So I know, but you should just tell me just so I make sure that you know.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah, check me on this. I'll get the ball rolling. You just tell me where I'm wrong, BMO. So as we all know, the American press
Wrong.
has kind of. Okay, fair enough. There is no such thing anymore. You're right.
As
my
we
bad.
all know, yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying is wrong.
Oh, fair enough. Not all of us know. Sorry, I've got a sugar glider. There we go. Never mind. He went
So
back in my pocket.
basically, the Pentagon wants to restructure.
Pentagon!
Gone.
The Pentagon wants to restructure how the press, journalists, etc., are interacted with at the Pentagon. Is that like the most
Sure.
basic element of it? Yeah, Gray,
Sort of.
yeah.
I think. Sorry, I do have the sugar glider under control now. So, yeah, the American news associations really don't seem to get along and almost never see eye to eye, and that's why there is, Kitteh's favorite thing of the. Well, what the hell is it called? Where they tell you the bias behind the news or whatever.
Mhm.
News
know,
Guard?
Sure.
Ground news.
Ground news. Thank you. I could not pull that name for the life of me. But it usually shows you like there's a huge divide in what both sides are saying. But somehow, unanimously, every single news organization, with the exception of one, which is OAN, kind of not really known as
What American
a
news?
great news. They're known as
small.
America First News. But they're not necessarily known as the most independent. But Fox News, ABC News, NBC News, CBS, CNN, The Washington Post, The Atlantic, The Guardian, The Wall Street Journal, NPR, Reuters, Newsmax, New York Times, Axios, The Associated Press, The Hill, CNN, The Washington Times, and The Washington Examiner all got together in agreement and said, we are not accepting the new terms that you have for the Pentagon press. And they have all done a mass exodus and basically turned in their credentials because of the overreach that they see in the new policy for the Pentagon reporters. So I think me and Dorcas kind of see this differently. So fair enough. I hope I'm wrong on this, but man, is it rare that you see all the news organizations kind of in agreement. And we're kind of seeing that here, which is crazy.
So what were those terms specifically? Like, or generally?
Terms
even?
only
specifically.
say nice things.
So I'm getting my most of my information is fire.org or sorry, thefire.org. I thought it was just
You
fire.
want me to bring
but
it up?
They added the to it. Sure. That would be
I'll
awesome.
point out here, I read the whole PDF document.
Awesome.
I'll
So
bring
have
up
I.
the screenshots as well just now.
So it's very rare that these whole policies kind of get leaked, but this was 100% leaked, and I believe it was the New York Times that ended up leaking it. So they do have a link to it if you do want to read the entire thing yourself. It's in the first paragraph. There's the word policy. That links to the 22-page document if you want to look at it for yourself, see what it's saying. Not taking our word for it, not taking Fire's word for it. But Fire, I'm blanking on what they stand for right now. It's the Foundation for Individual Rights, and I always forget what E is, but they are free
Experience.
speech warriors. It could be experience. It used to be one thing and they switched it, and since then I
Entertainment.
cannot remember for the life of me what it stands for.
Exorcisms.
The Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression. So they're kind of the free speech warriors. It used to be kind of like ACLU or something like that back in the day, and they have taken a strong turn. But fire.org is their own independent organization. They're not associated with any political parties or anything like that. They are free speech warriors, and they're going after almost everybody who's encroaching on free speech. They're the ones who kind of brought this to my attention. There aren't article on this, which is titled Pentagon Press Badge Policies Unite Journalists by Offending the Constitution. So outlet after outlet declines the rules that chill questions and police professionalism. So the two main things that they have against it are, now you will get in trouble and lose your credentials for asking questions, which is very much against the First Amendment, the freedom of the press. And then the second thing is they get to decide what professionalism is. And if you are not acting professional, they can just remove your badge. So it's kind of a weird way. And that could be if you've ever had a crime in the past, or if they do kind of break it down a little bit more. And then they have kind of their experts kind of weigh in on this. But it seems very foreboding. And it's strange to me that every one of the press organizations would get on board with this. It just seems so rare. But
Okay.
Dorcas, you see it a little bit differently. You saw this kind of
I
not
love this
much
so
of a
much.
thing.
Sorry, hold on. I just love the tone of this. In most cases, journalists don't know what answer they're going to get to a question before they ask. Look, a lot of the time they do, but it is funny. The point of asking a question is because you don't know the answer. Just so you guys know, I think that's how it works.
Well,
Yeah.
and before there was always an issue where, like if somebody is leaking secrets, they would get in trouble for leaking, but the press isn't going to get in trouble for it. They're doing their job. They're literally reporting a story. They are breaking this information, but now they would literally be barred as well for doing their job. And then if you ask a question that possibly has a sensitive answer to it, you could also be losing your credentials, even if you don't necessarily know. So it's really strange
That's
that
pretty
you could
crazy.
be essentially punished for just asking questions.
I
Only
think
certain
it
questions are
opens-
allowed.
It seems to open up very abuses again. Whenever we talk about a policy or something like that, we know that it can be abused by whoever has it in place. And what we need to do is talk about how it could be used against
Mhm.
people. And I think that you have valid concerns here. I think what Dorcas was looking at is the justification that they had for things that make it seem like a good thing that you should do. It's a good thing, but it's like, yeah, but there can be overreach. Continue.
So I feel like people are talking about my opinion, and I haven't even made my opinion known yet.
So what
Sorry.
Dorcas is trying to
His
say
opinion
here
is no, I'm
Nature's
just-
planning.
I win.
Yes, sorry,
Just know
Gray
that,
did ask. I interrupted. Go ahead.
I
Dorcas.
interrupted as well. I was a jerk on that. So sorry, Dorcas. Please,
All
in
good.
your own words.
Sure.
So first off, as Gray pointed out, there does seem to be bipartisan or partisan. Everyone does seem to be united in terms of
Except for OAN.
the media outlets in opposition to this. So my bias here stems not from any conservative leaning that I have, but more from my bias against the media. No matter how much you hate the media, you do not hate them enough. That's my bias declared here. That said, Gray, I don't think we disagree quite as much as you've characterized, in the sense that, as written in the PDF, I totally get the argument and the concern that that if you're just simply asking questions, you could get banned, kind of a thing. That's not good. And that could be opened up to avenues of abuse and so on. So I do get that. The bulk of the document seems to, I guess, it's changed, I guess, access to various parts of the Pentagon. They want people escorted now if they are supposed to go into classified areas or speaking with people regarding classified topics. They want to limit where photos can be taken. There's a big part of it
Sort
that
of?
seems directed. Yeah, I mean, there's something about the 9/11 memorial as well, which the fire thing talks
It's kinda
about.
strange. They're like talking out of two sides of their mouth because they're saying you can take the pictures, but you cannot use them. So it's like you can
What?
personally take pictures of the memorial, but you're not allowed to use it. But then they're allowed to pay like a civilian to use their photos. So you can get around it really easily. It just seems like a weird obstacle that's kind of put in their way. But I hear
Yeah.
you. There is a lot that
It-
isn't very concerning. And then this is kind of shoved in the middle in the security section of it.
Yeah. So the point about the PDF and or whatever is in it that I do agree with is that access to these places is a privilege, not a right. You're not infringing upon freedom of the press by limiting the amount of press that are allowed into that into classified spaces or government spaces. And I have no empathy for journalists because, frankly, I place most of the blame for the division in the country on them and the media. They have lied, they have spun, and so on. So I see this as a response to that. Again, if there are people earnestly asking questions, how are you supposed to know what is classified when you don't know? But I also don't trust journalists not to push and skirt lines and manipulate and, sort of tangentially threaten people by suggesting you might use their name in such a way as, you know what I mean? I don't like journalists.
I get
so
what
I
you're
don't have
saying.
empathy for 'em.
I have a lot of empathy. If I can white knight the journalists a bit here, what I'm saying is, and it's not just me. Many people much better foresight than me. They happen to mention, like you don't have a free country without a free press. I understand that you're saying, you don't trust the press. Fair enough. I trust the press when the government's holding their hand way less than what I do now. So you're right. It's not a right for them to be able to go anywhere in the Pentagon, but now they need to be accompanied, and it seems like there are no private meetings. So it's kind of like you can come to these scheduled ones. You will have an escort the entire time, and we're going to make sure that you don't ask questions that are off limits. It's a little foreboding, man. I do believe that if another president was putting this down, you would be a little bit concerned about this. And then keep in mind, like, this would go forth most likely to the next one as well, unless they just decide to somehow change the rules arbitrarily. But it seems like you would control that information.
I imagine if it were another president doing this, the rules would not be equally applied. Not that I expect that to happen here, but again, I agree with the concern. I don't disagree with you on that.
Perhaps. And there's a really good article here. They mention a bunch of different lawsuits. For instance, they talk about the one that they just had with the Supreme Court. I forget the one. It's on the document somewhere. But yeah, they talk about the actual thing. I guess it was Villarreal v. Alanis petition to the U.S. Supreme Court. But they talk about how it guarantees you the right to question a police officer. It is a First Amendment right. And then, the free press would also have the right to ask questions. So I don't know, man. It's just a little concerning. So for me, I hear you. I hope it's much ado about nothing. But I think any time that you get the press on every side to agree, aside from OAN, It's probably something that you should be concerned about.
Yeah, I think.
Charles, you seem to have a strong opinion on
concern
this.
is warranted. Yeah, Charles.
I'm blissfully ignorant.
Fair enough. So the other thing that they mention is unprofessional conduct, which it seems weird, but it seems like they're using this arbitrary thing to go ahead and say that it includes anyone who has been convicted of any offense involving unprofessional conduct that might severely disrupt Pentagon operations, but later it clarifies that actions other than conviction may be deemed to pose a security risk as well, and that may lead to the loss of credentials. And then even without being convicted of offense, you'd be a security risk. So it's very ambiguous language, but the problem itself could be that, just if you're disruptive in terms of anything, like perhaps even asking too many questions, you would now be held responsible for this. Your news organization would be banned from it. That doesn't bode well to me. It's kind of like, we're going to allow you into certain areas with chaperones, and then we're controlling what questions you can ask. We're really controlling the news. That it scares me.
But isn't the most general definition of that it is that journalists are supposed to be the inquirers for the people, because
they're
people
represented.
our taxes pay for the Pentagon.
Now they're the enemy of the people. So,
But
well, they're not supposed to be. That's the point. Is that they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be the eyes of the people. They're a policing force.
Yeah, I would. What? I think Kitteh was referring to the journalists as policing force, Charles. But presumably, I mean, this is about the Department of War, right? Or what is it they're calling themselves now? I love
that
name. They're the ones who get to control what can be.
I would want that information as tightly protected as possible. I wouldn't want some activist journalist getting in and reporting or leaking plans, military plans that aren't supposed to be leaked.
You just no comment. If they have a question you don't want to answer, just no comment.
But then people will make assumptions.
If you're locking them out, it gets worse.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. You can actually use the other one, which is we'll circle back to that, and then you never circle back to it.
Yes. That's really no, it's the question. Yeah, people will, I think you're right there, Charles, as well. People will, if you don't give people information, they will insert whatever they want.
Yes. Also, WZ brings up a very good
says
point.
a lot now.
Mr. Hegseth was rather loose with information a few months ago. So it's the hypocrisy that I think is
why did we change
alarming.
it to the Department of War, by the way? When did that happen?
Because it sounds cooler.
Because it sounds cooler. I think
well, here's the thing.
Like we have Trump.
When you change it to Department of Defense, from Department of Defense to Department of War, what does that say about your administration and your intentions? I feel like there's a lot that can be riffed off of that.
Just vibes.
That just like isn't necessary.
No.
I don't care if it's cool. Like, you call it the Department of War, people are going to think, oh, the Department of trying to kill other people outside of the U.S.? The Department of bombing Palestine?
No.
I don't know.
I guess, So it's the defense is a lot better. Yes, it's true.
Defense is
way
better.
I agree, but can we at least agree that the Gulf of America is great?
It's hilarious. It's awesome.
It
is consequential.
I have issues with it. So again, it's so the AP got kicked out of the White House press pool because they're referring to it by their own rules book as what was formerly known as the Gulf of Mexico, because they're not calling it that,
which is
they
really
were
dumb.
Censored. So it kind of sucks.
Again,
like, I understand, but it's the rules book of the actual organization to print the international name for it. So it's,
or they're just being petulant children and they got kicked out of the privilege of being in the White House to ask.
So
questions.
I don't think having a long set rule book and being a news organization that's been around for like over 80 years and has held a certain standard and isn't seen as like the most partisan
shit
of them.
standard,
AP generally
which is-
has a pretty good record. I see both Fox and all of the liberal ones still pulling from AP sources. They don't seem to be as partisan as they can be, but again, because they have a rule book that says, okay, if this name changes, we still have to refer to it as the old way to make sure that our readers understand it. I don't know, man. That there's a lot of things that bode that we're not having a free press right now. It concerns me.
Well, okay. Then the question
get
is,
an ad block.
did we have a free press in the first place? When was that time?
We had a freer press before this current term.
And
I
then
don't
a free
know.
one
Thomas
before that.
Jefferson bought all of the newspapers to go after Adams passive aggressively.
Not so passive aggressively.
Just aggressively.
aggressively, yeah.
I apologize for not taking this very seriously. We should. I'm just having fun in chat.
Well, okay. I think so. I understand exactly how you feel, Gray, and that yes, to turn it the whole goal of maybe we shouldn't be turning up the temperature. Maybe we should turning it down. Calling the press the enemy of people is like the shtick of this administration. Maybe we shouldn't do that. At the same time, it's so hard to not feel that way when you get a bunch of these Twitter / like opinion pieces that say the most inflammatory shit. And then that's what's spread around, not like your average, here's what happened on CNN at the border or whatever. But sometimes, but like the inflammatory shit needs to stop, of course. I think that's where you and I can definitely agree on this.
I think that
So
that can,
kicking them out of the Pentagon, probably
News
not a good
should
idea.
not be for profit either. That's a problem.
That I agree with.
everything has to be for profit for it
1000%.
to exist.
Opinions should not be a part of the news.
Agreed.
just sucks
1000%.
Agree.
That AP thing, it wasn't like they were, just being petulant and literally. So on February 12th, Trump removed the AP from the White House press pool. And it's because the AP style book calls for referring to the body of water by its original name while acknowledging the new name that Trump chose. So they called it literally both. So the fact that they still call it the old name is why they were removed. That doesn't seem like petulance on the side of the press to me. I do think there's petulance involved.
Yeah, it's sorry, it's a both sides thing, and I actually do think that this administration would apply these rules unfairly. I do think so. I think that we have Trump who will outright say, "Oh, they're fake news." That whole he specifically chooses certain networks and things that he doesn't like. I do think that grants a possibility. Sure, he has reasons to be upset with the press, but that doesn't make his reaction right. That's what I'm saying. He has to keep he has to keep it neutral as much as possible. Hey, J-Mac.
J-Mac.
Yes.
Mac.
So I don't know. I think having a better press would be better than punishing them through new regulations.
Perfect union.
I mean, how else are you going to fix the problem of all-time lows in media trust? It's a serious question. I don't like regulations, but I don't think that the media is just going to up and decide to raise their standards. It's too profitable to be as divisive as possible.
Yeah, I suppose it is. And how do we make it not for profit, Charles? I don't know how you do anything really in the modern day that isn't for profit. How do you stay? No ads.
Return it to what it used to be. It used to be, I think, half an hour or an hour every night on the major networks. And
Yeah,
it was considered a service for the public.
yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
So have some sort of thing where the FCC can't intertwine in it, where FCC lets you have to have an hour of news, and that's part of your duty with having a network. You have to at least devote 1 hour of your schedule to the news
Mm.
with no opinions.
Yeah, I have no opinions. That's it. But you see, the just the way
you-
that the news. Sorry, yeah, Dorcas.
No, you continue. Well, I was going to say, do you remember that the Ricky Gervais movie, The Invention of Lying?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Mhm.
The movies in that world were essentially just a guy in a chair reading a book. And
Yeah,
they were
listen,
like
I'm not saying
reading
it's going to be
history.
sexy, but I don't know. Walter Cronkite was doing all right there in the beginning. I like the fact that if you watch him reporting that JFK got shot, like they considered it touching that he actually showed emotion, but he was trying to be professional. And I don't know, going back to before that moment would be a nice start, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, the media is going to have to do a lot of work to regain trust. And I
You
don't
you
think
have
it's
issues with the
something
media. I got that.
Yeah,
I feel for Dorcas here too. Yeah, I
I-
also have issues with this.
and I don't think it's necessarily something that government can fix. I mean, I don't think government's good at fixing just about anything. And I see what the Pentagon's doing here as a consequence, a pendulum swing, as a result of unprofessional behavior from the media. Now, whether or not, I mean, we've had the discussion as to what is reasonable and not reasonable in this thing. And again, I don't think Gray and I disagree as much as has been characterized here. But I really feel like the onus is on the media to change more than anything.
We're so polarized in the thinkers today.
I
We
blame the
got
media
far
for
right
it.
and far left, obviously, on here. And it's just like
That's
Gray and
cool.
Dorcas on either sides of
So
the axis. It's insane.
First off, stop slandering Charles. He's not far left. He's towards
He's a
the center.
centrist. He's the centrist.
I'm of no
I don't know,
labels.
man.
Thank you very much.
I don't know how agreeing with Fox News and also Newsmax is necessarily far left at this point. It's just crazy. Like every one of the news outlets, with the exception of OAN, is saying like, "No, this is really foreboding." The fact that they would want this much control, we're willing to sacrifice our credentials. I don't know, man.
It's a bipartisan issue.
Yeah. So I think we do have quite a divide here, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope every one of these news associations is wrong. And, I hope nothing bad comes of this. I can just foresee this as yet another step towards eroding that free speech that it seems like it's been going on since the start of this, where February, again, that's when AP got released. Almost every single one of the news organizations has been sued. ABC has. I think it was CNN also had one. So you've got a whole bunch of weirdness. Then you have that whole FCC thing where it seemed like they were going to punish or not allow the merger to go through if they didn't kind of take maneuvers. All of this put together, it seems very foreboding for free speech. And it seems like when Trump literally said that journalists are the enemy of the people, I'm seeing that play out in his actions. It doesn't seem to just be like a funny statement, unfortunately.
We could try lead by example and then show us what professionalism is. Like that'd be a good start. Being grown-ups. Someone. Grown-ups, please. Anyone? Party of one.
No, we don't. Grown-ups don't exist anymore. We're all kids. We're all
Speak for yourself.
All right. Are we? I think. Look, we don't have to come to some sort of conclusion consensus. That's it.
So,
and there were bits of agreement and bits of disagreement. That's cool. It seems like we have a human discussion. What were you going to say, Bima?
well, I guess throwing my ignorant hat into the ring, because I did not read up on any of this before we started. From what it sounds like, there's a really big issue with the Trump admin going after and making such strict policy on what is allowed for the press, and if they don't follow it, they'll lose their credentials. I don't like that at all. Just off the intuition. I also don't like the press generally.
Yeah,
So,
you
like,
can
I'm
have those
conflicted.
two at the same. You can have them at the same time. Yes, I don't think that they're completely exclusive.
Yeah, I
But I
think
think they're
definitely
necessary.
the Trump admin should maybe like.
It's just a
cool
different.
down.
It's a different shade of the Kimmel talk. I don't think Kimmel's a good comedian. I don't think Kimmel really needs a show, but I think he should have the right to.
I don't think he's going to be calling you back after this
I mean,
conversation.
what's the point of having the journalists then if we're just going to essentially get like press releases and then you're just supposed to read that? Like you can't ask questions or whatever. I don't know, man.
Be professional and say thank you.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah. So then why don't we just have wasn't it Trump News Network? Like, why don't they just? They're the only official.
No, wasn't that called? What was it? The Truth? Not the Truth Project. That was something else.
It's Truth Social.
But no, this was before Truth Social. He had a whole thing that he tried to do on Twitter where he's like, "That's the real news."
It's like McDonald's owning the health network.
You know what I'm talking about? He hired a hot blonde chick to do it. And
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
that. I swear. Like, it was like a Tommy Lahren lookalike.
I mean, you do know the phrase "a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down." I mean, the other news networks all do that. Look at even local news; they're pretty people on there.
Hey, man,
TV rules apply.
Watch Italian news; it's hilarious. You have these old crusty men, and then you have beautiful women.
Oh yeah, I like watching the Mexican Weather Channel. You know.
All right,
I'm also
guys.
interested in Mexican weather.
We're not going to solve the media. Sorry, the world is pain. Life is pain. Everything is difficult
by making everyone a journalist, right?
Yes, you, the media now.
Well, do you have a camera? You are now a citizen journalist.
Hey,
go investigate.
What was his name? Andrew Breitbart. He's the one that coined that phrase. That's what's all over Breitbart, and they're very reputable,
Breitbart. Right? But you know what's great? I can't find much coverage of the story on ground.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a partisan one.
It's not.
There's a joint statement that all of the kind of news outlets put together. So it's crazy. I don't think you're going to find like a weird sided news on this, but maybe on OAN.
It would be cool to actually see a ground news summary of the story, because then it would show that everybody's upset with it. That's actually, it just would show what the...
You can't see one because they're not allowed to ask the questions.
I think it would break their algorithm, because it's usually like news from the right, news from the left, and news from the center. It doesn't say news from all sources that they won't shut up about.
Yeah.
99% NOAN.
We've got Vernon Jones. So for the blind spots on the right, Vernon Jones leaves Georgia government race to run for Congress. That's the blind spot on the right. Blind spot on the left is Stefanik urges Treasury to probe CARE's alleged Hamas links. So that's a blind spot for everybody today.
CARE. Oh, I love those guys.
The state senator who was in that leaked DM thing should step down.
Should
step down.
I definitely.
Are we going to talk about the DMs quick?
Are we talking about the guy that wants
it after getting into an
Republican
argument?
children to die?
Sure, he should step down too.
Yes, him too. He especially, which is he's actually being ignored right now because a bunch of people that were working with the young Republicans had a group chat leak, and they were saying a bunch of very much off collar, unprofessional comments about how people will be dying in gas chambers, or they'll burn for this one. We're finally getting that Trump administration endorsement, which means that they're gonna burn. And it's the thing is, I very easy. My opinion on this goes. First of all, that looks terrible, regardless, because your group chat leaked, and that's what it looks like.
It looks like edgy boys being edgy, and it just
true.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And if it is off hours outside of work, private group chat between friends, I don't care. If it is in a professional setting and that's what they're saying, they should all be fired.
Yeah, someone
But they're
acknowledged
speaking
it
to
and says,
colleagues there,
if someone, if this chat got out, we'd be in trouble. And
Absolutely.
so, get
How
ready
did
for
it
your
get
trouble.
out? Do we know?
100%. We don't know.
leaked it.
Someone leaked it. Someone probably has a lot of money right now. That's all I'm thinking. Like someone just what's up with Republicans and getting paid to be informants? I think this is really interesting to me.
Look, it's a weird. So you got into a fight about this, Bimo? So with somebody?
Oh, I
And
was
fight,
arguing with
mean,
someone about it,
argument.
and yeah, it's just really, it really boiled down to, yes, there's a bunch of terrible stuff that was said
Yeah.
from what we know, because a lot of it's alleged.
Mhm.
We only have like what 2 images of what was said, and in that there was the mention of gas chambers and people burning alive. That's like the worst stuff, and that is very unprofessional behavior, regardless. Which is why if it was outside of a professional setting, even if they're talking about work, I don't really care, because I know I have edgy group chats with people who are edgy.
Right.
Okay. That doesn't bother me. But if they are at work and it's on Slack and it looks like it's on Slack.
Bimo. Oh, it is on Slack.
Charles is wearing his "My wife is away" hat. Nice. Here's the thing. There are many, many apps out there that are messaging apps that look exactly like Slack, because Slack is the standard. How's it going, Zax, by the way? But I mean, if it was professional and they were actually, this is a part of like a work group chat that's related to work, I think some people's heads need to roll, figuratively, because that makes all of the young Republicans look terrible, which is why they put out a public statement saying we're sorry. How's it going? Hello.
My audio's all fucked up, I think. Can you guys hear
Where
me?
is?
You are a little quiet.
Yeah, we can hear you. Where is the Emperor Zach's song? It's not on in the studio.
Delayed.
Oh yeah, he is very delayed. Let me see if I can just add this music.
They're probably not Republicans, just spies. What? That is some conspiracy shit.
I'll be back.
Because I'm just, if I know that if I had in my workplace, okay, and I don't work for the government, okay, keep that in mind. But I work for financial institutions, and if I had a group chat that was directly like had my boss in it or had people that are in my workplace, and I'm doing that in my workplace, this is work related stuff, I would get fired. I would get hardcore fired, and so would a lot of people in the chat.
There's a state senator in there. Like, you're supposed to know better. Like, you're just supposed to know better.
You definitely should know better.
You represent people.
Yeah, you are held to
Bimo.
a higher standard.
I was?
You are held to a higher standard. You should.
Does Zach's brr pa? I want him to brr pa.
Oh, Bimo brr for you.
I can roll my R's. I speak Spanish. Some
but
Spanish.
I've got the song ready for when Zach's
Deported.
Awesome. Hey Bimo, you seem to be making these claims that you have edgy boy chat, but I don't know. Do you have receipts? I think you should leak them.
Of course I have receipts. But also snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Or money.
I mean, sure. If anyone wants to pay me money, I will happily leak niche micro celebrities texts. Okay, I'll let you know.
Nice. Is that better?
Yes, it is. I think it is. But I have something for you, Zach.
Nice. Okay.
Sorry, Charles. It's over. Your reign is over.
Hail to Sax, the Emperor Grand, 45 years old, the might of the land. Shoulders
Look at
broad,
him.
a Titan stands
Show me your
tall.
biceps.
With blazing fury, he conquers all. Glory to Zax.
Yes, glory to you, Zach.
I
Salute,
love it.
everybody.
What
Yes.
a welcome back.
Yeah.
I need to make a quick correction before we go forward because I heard this as I was joining the stream earlier, and you were talking about gas chambers and people burning alive. And if your gas chamber is working, no one's burning alive. So I
know.
think that's some really poor journalism right there, you guys.
Absolutely.
Let's fix that.
Wait, that's not us reporting it. It's them making really stupid.
It's the group chat that got leaked.
The jokes are stupid.
Now, to be fair,
stupid
the
joke.
text chain does not say that they're burning alive in gas chambers. They're saying time to bring back the gas chambers.
They are
and
two
other ones
separate
is they'll
quotes.
burn to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
two separate quotes.
One person
There
is
is-
Arguably worse.
one person
We
said the
went-
word with different final letters.
Oh,
AHUHAER.
Yep.
One person really had an affinity with the N word and,
Ah.
and using different ways to spell it a lot.
Wow.
well, the one that we went over on the Wick stream was it was like, oh, you're expecting the Jew to be honest. And I
Wow.
was like, yeah, and I was like,
Oh,
okay,
fuck.
is this somebody is there a Jewish person in the chat and you're giving the Jewish person shit? You know, like you give your friend shit. Oh, you expecting the black guy to do this? Like that's what I
Jesus.
thought it was.
Nah.
No,
No.
it was
gentle
actually
ribbon.
about a news story that somebody had put in the chat. They actually were saying you're expecting a Jewish person to be honest.
This doesn't surprise me.
What?
I wish
Like
that
it was.
surprised
It was. Wow.
There's a lot of
rough out
people
there.
like that out there, Zach. Not Zach's. Geez, you weren't saying that, Zach's. Kitty. There are a lot of people out there that say some stupid shit like that.
They believe that. They
Yes.
actually think that.
Oh yeah.
Like I just never
I
made
get
sense.
folks like that in my streams about once a week.
Yeah, I know. I've also come across them.
The other thing is a lot of people just say shit because they think it's
for sure.
it's edgy boy shit. Like
Yeah, you're an edgy boy.
you don't need to say retard as much as people do. But like, okay, yes, you have the right to say
That's
that, and I
retarded.
get it.
Sorry. It's just- you set me up for that, okay?
Did I?
Yes.
I used to follow that stuff with all the anti-Jewish sentiment, I guess anti-Semitism you could call it, but it's like now everything is going to be twisted that way no matter what. So like it's not even fun to find out how they twist it. It's just
Define
going to
what
be
used
that.
to follow me.
Well, it'd be like, how are they going to make this the Jews' fault? Would be interesting for me, like as a problem-solving thing.
It's actually called a game.
Yeah.
The Gad Sad's game is six degrees of
Six.
Jew.
What?
Yeah.
How do
He
I make
calls
this
it a
about
game,
Jewish
he's like,
people?
Because you need he says, you know what, they find like
Kevin
instead
Bacon.
of 6 degrees of separation, it's you go all the way until to find the Jews. And I honestly, Candace goes 1, 2 Jew.
Oh yeah.
That's what she does. Candace
1, 2
goes
Jew.
1, 2
What
Jew.
the fuck?
She doesn't even bother with 6 degrees. She just
She's no
Anyway.
better than Nick Fuentes, but she would hate to hear that.
Oh yeah.
You know, I had someone I talked to who was a friend who was trying to convince me that the Jews do everything wrong. And so his sources were, he sent me Candace Owens videos and Amazing Lucas videos. And I'm like, I don't know. That's
Oh,
not going to
yeah.
convince me, but I get why you're convinced.
In fact, I'm against you now.
Yeah.
Why did you put this slop on my screen?
AJ.
Hey, Jay.
What's up, AJ?
AJ, you are welcome to join. We are going to now start
Yes.
talking about politics, and we're going to start talking about something else that is horrific.
Mm.
Edine! Woohoo! Zax, I know
I thought
that
you were about to say
haven't watched-
AJ's name. There's just like I could have swore you were gonna invite AJ on to talk about something even worse than politics. AJ.
AJ.
Anime.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm sure AJ hasn't watched the show. Zax, what do you know about the show?
I started watching the first episode tonight with my wife. So I'm gonna watch it because you guys are watching it, but I haven't had a
Yes.
chance to watch the series yet. I've
Someone's
watched
watching
all of his other stuff. I don't mind Ryan Murphy. I know he sucks, and I know he's not good at telling stories anymore.
Hmm.
But it's interesting enough to watch it. My wife likes that stuff, so I can sit there through it. And there's boobs occasionally to go along with the schlongs.
Oh, not the best boobs.
Not
There
the
are
best
some boobs.
Yeah,
Dead boobs.
but I know a bit about Ed Gein, and it's he was obviously sort of a. I think he's a bit overrated as a serial killer. Really, let's
Preach.
be honest. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he
So
only killed
he's more famous than he deserves to be.
people.
But Psycho, I think, did that for him, and not him. So anyway,
You were interrupted by walls, so you need to say.
Oh, okay. It was a miscommunication about nickname. Everything is the fault of O.J. Simpson and his tunnels. That
Wow.
adds up.
I don't get it, but yeah.
Orenthal Julius.
Orenthal Julius, Heisman Trophy winner. Nobody talks about
Um,
that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the point is, I don't know if you're okay for us to spoil it. I suppose you just watch it
Wait.
anyway. Because
Yeah.
Before we talk about fiction, something that I think we all could agree on is, well, I guess not awful, is the fact that a prisoner was murdered in prison in the UK
I heard about
this past weekend.
oh, was that awful?
Oh,
So
that-
you're saying that we lost a prophet?
Yes, we did. We did.
How have I
Yeah.
not heard that joke?
Yes, Mr. Ian Watkins, whoever was trying to off him, finished the job this time, and not
Nothing of value was lost.
nope,
Off you go.
nope.
Yeah, bye. Like
I know
you're lucky you
nothing
didn't get the
about
wood
this.
chipper in the first place.
So the dude was serving 25 years for CSAM.
Mm.
Does
What
that
does Sam have to do with this?
He had PDF
assault-
files.
yes,
Mm.
as young as 10 months old,
God damn.
and the person
Why
that-
did this not happen sooner?
right? So they tried.
Well,
in
They made an attempt a
2023.
couple years ago. Oh, Charles has it. Sorry, I will shut up.
Well, yeah, they held him hostage in the prison, and like I don't know, like what did you give up for him? Because like if I'm the guards, I'm like, yeah, you don't have much leverage here. Sorry.
Oh no!
No, don't get him. Oh no.
No! Oh, it's too late.
Oh, stop, please.
Yeah. But if
Oh no.
if you look into
Oh,
the
no.
story, it's awful.
I don't want to look into it because
the-
I have
the-
the songs playing in the background. every
The
now and then.
10-month-old was
Oh no.
given to him by the mother of that 10-month-old.
I read that.
So
What
it wasn't
the
just
fuck?
pictures.
Well, I mean, he was a
No, no.
superstar at the time.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, I didn't think of the groupie factor. You're right. So, yeah, I like the fact that there was an out of jail time proposed. Like he was supposed to get out in 2037 or something. Just gross, just absolutely
No.
gross.
Yeah,
Couldn't agree
so
more.
jail. Yeah, wood chipper
Under
intensifies
the
exactly,
jail.
Creamage. Like he got away. He got off easy, actually.
Yeah, and he like
Actually, that's
taunted
what-
people too. Like when they uncovered things, like he would take pictures with like baby dolls, and he just I don't think there was any remorse in anything there. The guy was a fucking lunatic.
Can you imagine being his band member?
Apparently, they didn't know anything of that.
Yeah,
So,
like I
what
would
was
hope
this guy's
so.
name?
Ian Watkins.
I have
Lost
no
Do you
idea.
remember the band Lost Prophets at all?
I do not.
Before your time.
Makes that fucking
Yeah.
hairstyle look even worse now, for the record.
Never seen Kid.
I
How
mean,
did he die?
Like
I love.
you could have been talking about Jared Leto and I wouldn't know. Like
I mean, similar vibes.
Got stabbed in the
Jared
neck
Leto.
again.
Jared Leto's
Leto.
coming. His Leto, his cult thing.
there's no this fucking movie sucked, but it's probably because it was in development hell for years. Had nothing to do
which-
with him actually.
So anyway, he was stabbed. Tron.
Again, yeah.
Tron arse.
Kanked.
Got off easy.
Yeah.
There's actually a song by the Lost Prophets about burn. like burn, burn. I'm like, yeah, you could freaking burn, you shit. My God.
Yeah, I don't know if it was. I saw something that said that towards the end of his time in the band, he was getting different rooms than the rest of the band, and
Oh.
leads you to believe that some nefarious
Oh.
shit was happening.
So, Lovett's comment, I bet his cult sucks, is just sending me to the moon right now.
Love it. You're
Worst
on
cult
a
ever.
on a freaking roll today.
I love Lovett. She's great.
Yeah, I love a girl.
Yeah.
Right, guys. So
Sorry,
Zach's, I do want us to go.
I just wanted a
into-
dynamite segue.
Yeah, dynamite
thanks.
segue into like, you know what?
Real smooth.
Dynamite segue into Ed Gun.
Oh,
See what I did there?
Oh,
Terrible.
die. Okay, well, yes. Ed Gein is we.
Oh, I
had
got it,
really
Charles.
heard-
Damn it.
What happened?
Dynamite.
Dynamites.
All right.
I was
Did he
slow on
proof?
that one.
So Zach's, I do really want to go into detail with this.
Oh, go, please.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm sorry that you haven't watched it. You've been busy. He's been jet setting, guys. Was your trip horrible?
It was amazing. Trip was amazing. The actual trip itself was what it was. But before we move on, this is sort of on topic. I swear to God, and I proved I was wrong, but I thought I saw Corey Feldman at the Vatican. I really did think it was him. I'm not joking.
He's not allowed
I thought-
there.
Did you take a
I thought
photo?
No, I didn't take a photo, but I thought it was him for sure. And we were there for like, you go through the holy doors, you get all of your sins absolved. So now I'm better than everyone else. But I thought he'd be there. That
Is
makes
that how
sense. He'd
that
be there
works?
for that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure. I'm not Catholic, but I'll
Asked him,
take the
like,
bonus.
just yell out, like, "Come back, King!" Like, just
I know.
something to get his attention. I mean, he is the comeback king.
But my wife did her research and no, he was in fact not in the Vatican that day. But that would have been a great story if it was real. But there you go. That's all I got.
No, we'll
It was a great
pretend it's
time.
real. Yeah.
Croatia. Go to Croatia though, if you can.
Oh yeah.
Did you meet up with Sentient Dildo? That's the real question.
Yeah, a relative.
Did not. Yeah, I found there was a few. I found one of his ancestors in Pompeii. There was actually multiple of his ancestors that we found. So I did try to bring them to him, but he said he didn't want to take them back. And he said, I don't want those dirty Italians.
Oh, I
Yeah.
showed one of them last week. On
Did you?
Thinkers. Just say, guys, this is where Zax is going and what he's doing. So there you go.
So the penises are everywhere in Pompeii, and there's like they look real. Some do, some don't. But so
there
if you're,
veins?
there's some are throbbing still from all the magma. I think.
There you go, BMO. They also have
What do you
vascularity.
mean, there you go, BMO.
You
Yeah,
were talking
Bimo.
about vascularity.
They're
What about
done.
Snickers
Bimo.
bars?
Yay.
Jesus
But
Christ.
what
I
they're
can't
there
win.
for though is if you're standing near the penis or it's pointing at you, that's you're a prostitute, and the brothel's behind you in a building that also has a penis on it. And then you go inside and there's a menu board of positions that are painted on, which I have copies of, which are pretty incredible, that you then would pick. And if you can't
But they've got all
settle on
three?
one,
not circumcised. Though.
well, they have like there's like 9, but then you can also there's inversions of them. The guy told us, and then
Those are called
you can make up
vaginas.
your own
Zax, those are called vaginas.
vaginas. Oh,
Inverted
inversions?
penises.
Oh, no. vaginas are gay, so no. But yeah, it's fun. You should go.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I'll go on the dick tour. Sounds like fun.
I'm still fighting.
Are you
I'm
addicted?
still fighting with the Italian government to get my freaking passport. So, anyway, so I might have
You're
to
not
go
better
to
at
Italy
all.
to do admin. I might actually have to go to go to the consulate and be like, give me a visa, and they'll be like, but you have a passport, and I'm like, yeah, it's an expired passport, and I'm going to your country so that I can eventually renew my passport and be anyway. So
Well, with the current
Sometimes.
administration, they'd probably say
Bureaucracy.
you're not Italian enough.
yeah, this is true. They
In
will
Italy?
probably. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for that. I'm very scared
She's-
of it.
Perfect. Italian.
But I am second generation outside of Italy, so I don't know.
You can pronounce the
Wilson.
pastas, right? So you should
Yeah.
pass.
The
Rigatoni,
pastas.
Pavoli,
Spaghetti.
Fole.
A carbonara.
I almost
Macaroni
said
and
the one that I'm
cheese.
not
I
supposed
can
to
say
say on YouTube.
vafangool, the proper way.
Gabagool.
So.
Velveeta.
Processed
guys.
cheese.
So, we are getting into Ed Gein.
The
Ed,
goat.
it is Gein because we've said Gein. It said in the show. It said Gein. Oh, because the show is, it's very
Monstrous.
accurate. So we're gonna do spoilers. So if you guys, I don't know, spoilers. He's a killer. And
Spoilers, the show
and-
was bullshit.
Well,
yes,
they took liberties. They made him a serial killer, where in real life he is not. While he is suspected of others,
Yes.
he's only convicted on 2, so he doesn't count.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He doesn't count. You're supposed to kill 3
That
people if you want to be a
fucking
serial killer.
Adeline, that manipulative cunt that she is. It's all her fault.
Yeah,
If it
God,
wasn't for
it's-
her,
Yeah.
they should check Adeline out. Adeline actually was the mastermind behind all of this because he was just a simpleton, boys and girls.
He was.
That's actually what it was.
Oh yeah.
Here's a
he
good
was
boy, he
just-
did nothing wrong.
Oh, just like the moon.
He didn't know wrong. He's just developmentally challenged. Actually,
What kind of
guys,
hate boner
Yeah.
did they have for that woman, though? That's the thing. That's like,
that's it.
I don't
Only gets worse,
understand.
Bimo. It only gets worse. Actually, later on in the show.
yeah, I don't think we.
Mm.
Oh, sorry. Go right ahead, Dorcas. Sir, Mr.
What?
Rubber
I
Chicken.
didn't say anything.
No, I was gonna say Dorcas has only got 3 episodes in and was like, "Fuck this." Bima, how many did
Yeah.
you do? 3 as well.
No, not even 3.
He's done 1. Come on, don't give
One.
him credit.
Okay. Well, Zax has done 1, and he says
Yeah.
he's gonna go the whole way.
Yeah,
So
but
let's-
Zax was
yeah.
gone
Stick with
for
it.
like weeks on end. He was taking
that's
care of
true.
diplomatic business.
I
Mhm.
was. I fixed the Middle East. It was awesome. It was really easy.
All you did was you gave them a letter saying, please stop.
Yeah, enough already.
Not
Come
good.
on.
Done.
These
Courtesy
fucking
your fellow
guys,
Canadian
let's-
brother.
Fucking guys. Let's stop this.
These fucking guys.
Fucking guys.
Right. So I have notes. Okay. Lots of
Can I
notes.
can I
Jesus.
copy your notes for the assignment?
Yeah. No. I
Bimo, you
need
were
to
interrupted with that
transcribe them
comment.
into a diagram.
Huh?
Because I'm going to
Comment.
show all of the ways that this fucks up.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
right. Anyway, I want to go episode by
Wait.
episode.
All right, so
Yeah.
so just to clarify where we're coming from, you're more of a true crime kid, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, because I'm offended by some of the movie stuff that happens. So at least we have 2 pillars here as far as
Yeah.
how this show is absolute bullshit in different ways.
In different ways, yes.
Hey,
There
Just
is
because
a
he's dressed
scene-
like a rubber chicken doesn't mean that Dorcas is not another pillar. He's made of that material.
Oh, there's room for 6 more pillars. I'm pretty sure of it.
He's a pillar man, you could say. You know, some of
No.
no one here will understand that. The chat will get it though.
But listen. Yeah, so the offense is taken from different sides, I suppose. Yeah. I think I got a bit of a sense of what the film buffs might have felt about it just because of how it's done. But yeah, in terms of the true crime thing, what really was so egregious to me was that they have a really interesting, horrific story that they could tell if they just told the truth. We could actually have a dramatic reenactment, okay? A really good one.
I think, if anything, the fact that they didn't commit to any one thematic thing, the fact that they
Mhm.
didn't decide for a narrative purpose, this is the story we're telling, it further proves that the amount of inspiration that his story is upon Psycho, it is on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it is on Silence of the Lambs, is really that they're tiny little slivers. And if you try to talk about the actual story beyond his relationship with his mother, beyond him wearing fucking skin for flesh, there's nothing to it. And I think, if anything,
No, you don't
this-
understand.
It's well because Adeline.
Well,
there's
there's
enough.
that, but everyone was obsessed with him. Toby Hooper, he lived as Ed Gein. He saw him as, just the man. Hitchcock was just obsessed with Ed Gein, and that was all he thought of. In fact, he made the Psycho House after Ed Gein's house. You don't understand
And
on
the
this.
vulvas.
And then
Just like
every
found it.
shot for that amazing sequence that is completely iconic. I believe you said there's a documentary 7852 or something like that on
Yes.
that shower scene.
Yes.
That was all inspired by Ed Gein because Ed Gein really did it first. You don't get it.
He changed the world, guys. He changed the world.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Kitty. I kind of stepped on you there.
No. I think I do think that there is a
Disgusting.
story here that you could spend time on, because you can really spend time on that relationship with his mother and the differences between how his mother related to him and the way his mother related to his brother. You can also go into his father, what his father was like, and they owned a grocery store, and then they started the farm. There's a whole bunch of things.
He had the grocery store, so they don't go into the father at all. You know nothing about it other than apparently the mother despised the father and only slept with him twice. She makes that very abundantly clear. But the father, he was an abusive alcoholic. But can you guess the job that he had before he opened up a general store? He was actually a tanner. So he learned to tan hides and treat them. On top of being extremely abusive to Ed and his brother. You think maybe that has something to do with his story?
Well,
Yeah,
I don't. The stuff that I
and then he just moved the family to this very isolated farm where they had no contact with anybody else.
Well, the way that I've heard it reported is actually it's not even that the father wore the pants in this thing. He hit her once. I'm not saying that's a problem. That's not a problem. But he did hit her once. He was kind of pathetic, and she was the boss bitch of the house. She really was. She made the decisions.
They represented that in the show. The problem is, like, when we see the nipple chair, to have that extra information, like, gives us more, like, Ed Gein's father was like that. That's why he had some sort of interest.
It's part of his psyche. Yes.
Yeah. That's really irresponsible. Like, you're leaving things out.
That's very important. Like, that's a very good thing, because we're there's also these things that, based on his own testimony or his own not testimony, but like his own the nipple chair. Yes, there's a chair with a nipple on it, and you get there's a lot of stuff. Zero Fox, have you not watched it?
It'll make sense. Just
it'll make sense. There's a nipple belt as well. But the whole thing behind his psyche is what fascinates true crime people, is like, and the kind of duality of, is it insanity or criminal insanity or whatever. We got so much in this freaking show that it actually was puke. That's the thing, though. Like, we got that. No, we got that, but we also got that. So it was stupid. Like Charles said, it was like they didn't commit to one kind of narrative. They didn't commit to, it's like they didn't have a message, an exact message that they wanted to go with. They just like, this is all the shit we thought of. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if this was a thing? Wouldn't it be great if this was a thing? Wouldn't it be great if this was a thing? Yeah. Can you just stick with one of those ideas and roll with it, please?
Yeah.
I am by Stiff Kittens.
I am by.
Hi. Got a funeral. Oh, okay. Bye, Stiff Kittens.
5 a.m.?
Yeah, sheesh.
You gotta get there early, man. The good seats.
It wasn't Gordon's nipple. Sorry, it wasn't Gordon's nipple in my dream. I didn't know Gordon at that point. I was pubescent.
How do you know that it wasn't future Gordon?
Because Gordon's nipples are not that large. Okay.
Oh, go on.
I think the nipple that was in my dream was a female nipple, is what I'm trying to say.
I like it. Go on.
That's it. No, the dream was gross, actually. It was a gross nipple. Now that you're connecting the two, I'm very upset.
Was it part of a chair by any chance?
No, it was still functional, okay? Yay,
Hmm.
nip
So-
from my Gothic drawing. So you were cheating on Gordon. Yes, in my mind, I was cheating on him. So,
Kitty, did you watch the
Okay.
whole series at the end? You're at the end already? You've watched it all?
I finished it yesterday.
So Vex ranted about the ending, so I know how the series ends. Is it
That's
as bad
how-
as she?
I don't think you do.
Mm.
There's no preparing yourself for this. Like a million spoilers, it's still not going to be what
It's
you
still
actually get to
not.
see in this.
Okay.
We did go quite in depth.
Just
like,
watch Return
Gray-
the King, and you have an idea of just how many endings there are. But
Yeah.
take that and change it to disappointment.
No, it like Gray told me most of the details last week. Okay, of how they did, how they changed the story and things like that. But nothing prepares you for it. It's like I don't know. I was like, are you for real? Like I don't think you actually like. I did say in the group chat, I was like, Gray, you undersold it, but actually no. He said exactly what happens, but somehow when you experience the way they did this
Yeah.
whole Adeline thing, you're like, what?
Seeing's believing. And
What?
they might have been trying something, but they don't lean into it. So it's like Charles says, it's very scattershot. It's not like they lean into any one way. So it could possibly be interpreted. I still don't know exactly what they intended on the ending of that with Adeline.
Yeah. What? So in summary, what is this? What is the series about? What is the narrative focus of this series?
Oh, it's the Ed
Cashing
Gein
in?
story.
Yeah.
It's the Ed Gein story. That's what
Is it? All right. So
No.
what is half of the story focusing on Adeline? Various people in Hollywood who really have nothing to do
Like
with
for a
anything?
snapshot. Like if we're going to talk about, like Norman Bates, if we're going to talk about Anthony Perkins, why are we just doing that snapshot? Like they
Yeah,
basically
do the
make
whole
it
show.
seem like Psycho ruined his life, but there's Psycho 2 and then Psycho 3 that he directed. Like they don't go into any of that. Like it's just
They mentioned
No,
that
so-
it's in the it could happen.
So this is where the movie kid gets
Gets
infuriated.
irritated. Yeah, I was gonna
They
ask.
make it seem like Anthony Perkins, because he did Psycho, like he got lucky. He was this no one actor that
Mhm.
got discovered and did Psycho, and because he did the Ed Gein role, it like ruined him. It's not true. He did a movie called Something Strikes Out. It was Crazy Strikes Out. I forgot what it's called. He's
Sounds
a
right.
baseball player who's a little lost in the head, and that type of role drew attention because he had this, this manic mental health type style to his character, and that performance in Something Strikes Out. I don't remember the title of it, but that performance in a 1957 movie is what got his attention to Universal for Psycho. And
Mhm.
to just assume that they retroactively retcon things that just didn't happen for the sake of making it connect, where I don't think when they're writing Psycho or filming Psycho, Ed Gein was talked about like that, because Ed Gein had been arrested in 57.
Mm.
They filmed Psycho in like the late 50s.
No, Hitchcock was just obsessed with him. That's what I hate about this. Instead of like taking these things that were loosely inspired by it, but then did their own creative thing, it's stealing that, like in a way that they didn't steal from they were just inspired. But this thing isn't inspired by those stories. It's literally stealing, like almost shot for shot, but doing it so much worse. I really hate this show.
Yeah, people forget that like the internet is only, recent. In 1960, when you went to see Psycho, you really like needed to do work to find things out about the inspiration and thing. And it's not like now where you go home from watching a movie and you could find out 15, you go on the Wikipedia page and you have like, 10
It's
hours
part of your
worth of
after.
information. Right.
Yeah, your after experiences to look at how much of it was true and what. Yeah.
That shit just didn't happen. Like if you think about the fact that the internet didn't exist, the news wasn't really what it is now.
Mhm.
So like the information about the crimes of Ed Gein wouldn't, like, you'd have to go out of your way to go to a library. You'd have to know what you're looking for. You'd have to know what states
His
these
name.
things happen in.
Mm.
Yeah, you'd have to know his, like, they're like retroactively making us aware of things that just they didn't have that information at that time. So like when you
So-
take that part out of it, they're trying to make it seem like, oh, all of these movies they knew Ed Gein, and like
And it
It-
was
it
the
was-
focus.
right.
Yeah.
And it's just it's not.
Yeah. Speaking of the whole series, so have you watched the other installments?
I've seen
Dahmer.
Dahmer.
I
I
saw
did not
Dahmer.
see the
Okay.
Menendez brothers.
I didn't see all of it, but I did see some of Dahmer.
Do you watch all of anything, BMO?
Yeah.
Yes, when I actually enjoy it.
No commitment from Vimo.
He doesn't ever leave my husband's nipples alone.
What's happened?
I thought you were talking about me until you said nipples. What the
yeah.
fuck?
No,
Did I miss
Lord
something?
Cameron.
I
Well,
went to the
Cameron-
restroom.
Only when you put the microphone emote will I speak to you anymore. Okay, so
Wow.
So you watched Dahmer, Zax, you watched the Menendez. Did you watch Dahmer as well?
Yeah. Menendez was like, it was so. I wish I could stop watching it, but my wife wanted to keep watching it, and it was horrible by the end.
Yeah,
and
Gordon
oh,
Gordon watched all of it.
I think you might have a similar experience.
Yeah.
oh, great. Okay. It just gets worse.
Okay.
And they also, Ryan Murphy's deal is he just doesn't actually ever answer questions either. So everything is going to be open ended. Going
Nope.
in, there's going to be some redemption for the evil person, and maybe it's not his fault. And okay. And the Menendez brothers are
It's someone
currently
else's
banging
fault.
each other in prison still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your sexual proclivities are the
Fuck.
lead of all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Out of
if
the-
there's
I got
any
my coworkers
influence to
talking
these
about it, and
crimes,
they still gushed over Dahmer and how gay he was.
Well,
yeah,
then
but
this is the
he's
wrong
gay, that's-
story.
Right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that, but this is the wrong fucking story for that. Then I don't understand why they had to
Yeah.
make every single character like sexy, and then they just
Mhm.
threw sex into this everywhere. Where it's really
Wherever.
weird. But Ed Gein in prison, he did many interviews, and he said that he's never even like kissed a woman. He's never had any sexual
Mhm.
contact of any kind, including
No.
with bodies and shit. And this,
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he did
Call
not.
him
He
the
did
booty
not.
warrior.
He fully denied necrophilia. He was very normal about telling you about what he did with the bodies because he actually seemed not to perceive that it's wrong. He understood that people found it creepy, but he was like, "There is not. Hey, these bodies are dead. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing."
I mean,
Yeah.
he did have weird necklaces and a box full of vulvas, but who doesn't?
But the thing is that he did all of that, but it wasn't about actually having sex with bodies.
Right.
Why not just say
No,
you're
he
having
made
sex
it
with
clear
bodies?
it was about experiencing what it's like to be inside his mother again.
Yes, exactly. That's why he wore the skin. He wants to wear the skin. He doesn't want to penetrate. Ew, we don't need to penetrate. We need to be. We need to be within.
What a Chad.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just do the Ed Kemper story instead.
Yes, do that if
Would
that's
be an
what
awesome
you want to
story.
do.
oh yeah, you
The Ed
still get the
Kemper-
sex.
Yeah, the Ed Kemper has horrible, and he was very open about how his brain works. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I don't even know how do we tackle this timeline wise. Also another thing
Adeline
that-
bad.
Yeah,
If
Adeline
she wasn't
bad.
there, this story would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
Actually-
of the many
Yeah.
pieces of connective tissue that they just shrug their shoulders and say, "What about this?" The fact that Adeline introduces Ed to that bitch of Buchenwald comic thing, it gives you this like thin through line that
Mhm.
we have an awkward association with art and how our creativity goes fucking crazy when we see something that I don't know, it tempts us in nefarious ways. Because they have that moment where Hitchcock is like shocked at how people respond to Psycho. But what they never do, if you're going to show us this fucking zone of interest thing with the bitch of Buchenwald thing and show us behind the scenes things like when they have all the people in the concentration camp, why not show us what that was actually like to give us an idea of what the exaggerated thing was in the comic book
Yes.
that Ed Gein was experiencing, to like let us know that real life is just a little bit less extravagant than what we see in these pieces of fiction. But opportunity lost, I guess. Like why even put that part in there if you're just gonna like just introduce it as an idea but never follow through on it? So
I think-
fucking frustrating.
Yeah, what they did as well, and the thing is, when you can see the choices, that the creative choices that they've made in this are just, hey, that will look crazy, let's put that in. That
Yeah.
will be a great visual or a great, like, but it doesn't help the full story at, like, it just seems like they and there's, like you said, there's so many things you could comment on with the narrative, but you don't. So you just fuck around with it felt like masturbatory is what it was doing. Is like it was like, yeah, look, we can show her on the we can actually show what's going on in his mind or whatever. Like, but like you said, having a contrast between how they, so look, we had atrocities, okay, we did, then they took the atrocities and dialed them even further up. And made them glorified and exciting. You could have that story, it's right there, but no, instead you just fuck around with it, and it felt just somehow disrespectful at the same time, which is so weird.
When is the estate of Ed Gein suing them?
There's no such thing.
He took care of that.
Yeah, no, the estate of Adeline should. Is what I'm. Yeah,
Jesus
like,
Christ! Like there's
actually Bernice's estate as well. Sorry, the victim, the last victim, Bernice.
They were pretty cute to not use the word "true" in any stands whatsoever. There was no based on a true story, not inspired by a true story. They did not have the word "true" in any of the credits. So
really,
yeah.
Oh, in the credits, in the beginning, they did say this is based on a true story or something like that.
Are you sure?
Say this is his story. Yeah, I remember seeing it. I'll go and have a look at it.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing the word "true."
Yeah, it's in the. I need to set up my streaming.
At the very beginning, it says, "This is a story all about how my life got turned upside down."
Yeah.
See, like they had these moments, these little ideas that were great. Like the fact that Adeline, towards the end, she decided to just be a journalist, but like had no credentials. They like had this moment where she was interviewing someone after the shit had hit the fan, and the guy that she was interviewing was like, "Who are you?" And
it's not just someone; it's the victim's son, like the one who found his mother strung up.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I thought it was a sheriff.
No, he was
the deputy.
He was the deputy, which in real life it wasn't true. I don't know why they made him a deputy. I guess they just wanted it to be so that's why he finds his mother. They want him to find his mother, whereas it's the real way that they found Bernice's body was actually great for horror. They go in at 8:00 at night and into Ed Gein's farm. They don't have. There's no electricity on the farm. They don't have flashlights. They just have like lamps or whatever. Or they have flashlights, but they just have there's lamps. And they go in there. They basically only have a beam of light like this, and they're seeing things around. They see there's quite a lot of junk. The detective backs in to Bernice's hanging body. He thinks that this is a person that's attacking him. He turns around and sees the freaking split body, the most horrific thing that really, really happened. That's how he found it. He walked into it and turned around and looked at it.
Yummy.
But you now made this that she's in the barn. She wasn't in the barn. He was doing this in his summer kitchen, just outside his house, just right there.
That's even more fucked up.
Yeah.
It is. That's way more fucked up.
So why the fuck do you make it this whole barn thing? Just
He's
so that
treating it like he's preparing meat.
Yes.
He's got to work in the clean kitchen, food grade.
It was and he was living with these bodies in his house, so the body was in his area.
Sort of. So yes, in his area. So he went kind of crazy after his mom died, and he decided to board up every single room that she lived in. So like
Mhm.
the living room
The-
was
the top
boarded
floor.
up, her bedroom, like there was a good portion of the house that was cordoned off. He basically had like his room, the kitchen, and that's like
Mhm.
it. And they did find those atrocities in there. Like that part is somewhat accurate, even though it was the other way around. They went to the barn first and then went to the house. But whatever. For more dramatic effect, this happens. But man, you think they would have gotten to like the interrogation of him, since it almost cost the entire case, where the sheriff was so taken aback by everything he saw that
Mhm.
he literally just kept beating the shit out of Ed Gein.
He
They don't
slammed
have
him
that in
against
there.
the. Yeah, they do
Well,
have.
so they've got
they
the
have the
deputy
son.
doing that,
Yes.
but it's just strange because they don't really go through his trial once he finally is seen fit to go through it. But that was a huge part that the trial kind of hinged on. There was a possibility that because the sheriff took this actions, perhaps he would not face justice. But man, there's something that could be there. Like that sounds dramatic. I would like to see
Yeah.
that. I would like to see what could make a
Exactly.
man break like that. But
That is the thing. I think they got the cheaper win there, in terms of, oh, the son gets really emotional because he's just seen this woman, his mother, and he knows that this person has done it. So then he starts beating him up, and it was in the story. It was like, yeah, okay, he got a couple hits in and stuff. That's pretty cool. We're very happy for that. But actually, in real life, this drove the sheriff to, in a prison cell where everybody else is as well, is to knock this guy against the wall because of what they had seen at his house. Like, what the hell, what did you do, kind of thing.
Bye, Zax.
Bye, Zax.
Ed Gein got him.
see ya, sir. Emperor. No.
Abandoning
No, he only likes the woman.
kingdom again.
So we were talking about now I'm forgetting, is her name Bernice? The
Bernice,
store
yeah.
owner lady.
Mhm.
So they did her so dirty.
They did
So
her
she's
I don't believe
just
it.
an average person who just owned a store, and apparently Ed came in the night before and asked if they had antifreeze. They did. He didn't have the money to pay it, so he said he'd come back in the morning. The son just happened to be there when that happened because he was hanging out at his mother's store. So the next day is when Ed struck on her, and she is one that was actually taken to trial. He was convicted of her murder, but
Yes.
they were able to find a receipt for the antifreeze. So that's how they were able to track him down, and they busted him at a supermarket, at like a store, and were able to arrest him. But yeah, it's strange the liberties they took and what they actually decided to do with this, because man, they make Bernice so much less sympathetic of a character. Now she's just
Yeah.
like the town floozy, may or may not have an STD. It seems like she not only slept with a married person, but then made their significant other commit suicide. And then beyond that, it was even more, but she was down with Ed's
sickness?
perverted ways and just so
Yes.
desperate for him that she wants him to wear panties and stuff. So she made a big deal of giving him a present of it, and is wanting
To
to
Ed.
completely live together after like one
Mhm.
date, where it's like,
Yes.
wow, it's just some lady that owned a store that he came in and killed. Like that is so fucked up to like ruin her
you know
legacy
what's-
when she's a real person.
But she
You
didn't
know
want to make
what's fucked
turkey on
up?
Thanksgiving, so she very clearly
Mm.
wanted to bang young Ed Gein.
That's the point as well, is that apparently
Damn.
the horrific nature of this is that he would this is a small town. He knows all of these people, actually. Like, yeah, sure, he doesn't really go into town as much as he would have if he was a normal person, but when he does go in, these people are nice to him. They know him, and they just consider him a little bit dull, but that's about it. And he had actually been visiting her, Bernice, just at the store, like just trying to talk to her, and that's it, for a while. And then the clue of the receipt is the reason that they go to Ed's farm to go and investigate. That is the reason they go there, because of the antifreeze. That's what you've mentioned there, Gray. What they decided to do instead is to just imagine you have a receipt for antifreeze, being the clue. No, you know what we want to do? We want to make it that she was giving him freaking panties and it said to Ed, and that's why we know. Like, why would it's gross.
They want to make out Ed to be even more disgusting than his crimes.
You don't even need to, though. And that's another thing. I don't know what it was trying to say about transsexual people, orthogonophilia. It doesn't know what it's saying about it, because at some point it's like, oh, it's trying to push that Ed has orthogonophilia, and then it like transforms into him considering whether he's trans, and like it's all over the freaking place.
That's another, like, the metaphor that they do with the ham radio thing. There's a certain shot where they're basically showing you and having the metaphor of people who are mentally unwell talking to one another over the internet. The way it was shot is to give you, people spread their fucking brain dead shit with each other on the internet. That's a great
You're going
idea.
a different direction with that.
Yeah.
Oh, would you say it was like what would it be? Like social contagion? Like that's kind of what they were trying to do. Okay.
Yeah, the way it's shot, it's very clear what they're trying to influence visually. Great idea. Wrong fucking movie for that, because, like, first of all of that is like a vision in his head. And
well, first, Charles.
Yes,
it's not a movie.
It's a piece of an what do you call it? An act.
Just one Charles.
No,
just one Charles.
A piece. It's a piece. So it's media. The whole thing's a piece.
It's
certainly
just
a piece.
bunch. Yeah, there's just a bunch of these ideas that, that's a unique thing. You're using the wrong jumping off point, the wrong subject. Like, if that's an idea you'd like to explore, awesome. Not here. Go do it somewhere else, sir, because it doesn't make any fucking sense here. And not only does it not make sense, the fact that you just don't do anything with it is just all right. So when people who are mentally unwell that talk to one another and spread their nonsense, what does that mean? Like, you're making this visual statement, but then in the end it's just Ed actually talking to his doctor. Okay, so why did you visually give us that? What was that for? If you're just not trying to, there's no narrative focus. It's just like, huh?
Hey,
that's pretty cool, huh?
Look at it, huh? No, what I thought of with those scenes. Okay, so basically, guys, if you haven't watched it, because a lot of this, I'm sure, if you haven't watched it, you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? But go and watch it, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. I really recommend the hate watch. Just do it, but take your time. What happens is Ed Gein is in his in the mental institutes, a mental hospital, because he's not in jail, but he's confined to that, and we are going through this whole journey to figure out how insane he is. Whatever. Okay, so he gets money from the auction of his stuff, which definitely didn't happen, but who cares? At this point, why do we even need to stick with the story? So he gets money from the auctioning of all his stuff, his house, whatever, and then he uses that to buy these radios. He wants 3 of them, which is interesting. Okay, so he sends, in his mind, he sends these 2 radios to what's the Ferguson what's her name? Is it Charlene? What is her name?
The trans actress?
Yeah, Christine Jorgensen. So sends to her, and then the other one is to the
Ilsa,
bitch of
Buchenwald, which I have that here. I'm sharing it. It's this the way this looks. This is the shot that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That split screen thing. That's a very internet heavy implication there.
Well, what I took with these is that also he's internet heavy. Like, this person is a certain kind of sick, and he's looking for people that are sick like him. He wants he's believed that they are sick like him, and he's looked up to them essentially. But in each of these, from these two people, he actually finds out that they reject him. They are actually different to him.
They differ.
Yeah.
They
The
don't give him
actress
what he
is
wants.
like, I can't help you, but the bitch of Buchenwald was a bit different.
She was, I guess that there is something there. What they did is kind of make it as if she's trying not to admit that she was as barbaric, which is what happened in real life. She
She's
did
like,
deny
I did it as a duty or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She turned this into, I was just doing it because I was told to. So that kind of it's what I took from it is that Ed Gein is disappointed because he doesn't actually get this kinship with her the way that he wanted it, or the way he expected it, is that she's supposed to be an artist like him, and she's supposed to want to do the things that he wants to do, and she's just a little bit off. She's not exactly him. But also look at the coloring here.
The other thing is the actual conversations that are being had are between Ed and his doctor. There is no ham radio on the other end. The doctor's giving him that whatever he's hearing that he doesn't want to hear, the doctor is telling him.
Yes.
Shit, there was something else.
That's the thing. These conversations did not they happened. He did both voices. This is what you find out. What they eventually do with this. Which it's clever because it's like he's finding things out. Psyche wise, it's interesting because it's we're talking about schizophrenia here. So your brain will have things that it knows from a conversation you've got, and it goes and makes this whole huge narrative that you believe. I think that was quite an interesting way of showing schizophrenia. I think that was very cool.
It would have been slightly better if the show had declared like this is all bullshit. Like this is not happening. You
thought they
chose
were going to, and they did it in that scene, so they show you that wasn't real, but they don't kind of hold your hand with anything else that they're making up for it. Like this is delusional. Instead, they kind of give you.
Yeah.
They kind of say that no, this wouldn't be delusional because we're holding your hand when it is delusional. They're not doing that for.
Yes, exactly.
The other part, I still don't understand the end. I've heard different interpretations.
Contradicts all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, contradicts all of it. Oh, that he.
Because if schizophrenia is something like that's not really happening, why are we getting the ascent to
now
heaven?
We just jump. Yeah, now we're just jumping into
the Titanic shot there with the
because it's DMT in your mind. It's not real anyway. It's just your mind trying to make you comfortable when you die. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we have that communication. Also, I wanted to ask you, Charles, what you think of the color green in this. They focus on it a lot.
The literal titles
underwear
are
is green. Yeah, the titles are green, but he wears dark green undies. His truck was dark green. So it seems like they just fixated on that and said green is pretty cool and creepy. Let's do that. And they were and you could call it Ed Green, the Ed Green story. Hey, it works.
Disgusting.
So they went hard with green being what sometimes it seems like it shows insanity because or violence or his urges.
What?
Oh, and we also had the bells, guys, and as well we had bells and sirens.
Bell's palsy.
What is the birthstone of Gemini?
Amethyst.
Is that green?
No, it's purple.
No.
But isn't pearl is
it's
also
the best
a
stone
birthstone
ever.
of Gemini?
So normally green, especially like the darker green like that, it is for
I
like
that
a
color.
Gemini type of a mirror duality for color influence.
Yeah.
And Ed Gein was, if he was schizophrenic, he was of two minds. I'm assuming I don't know. I don't know what the trans community makes of him wearing green women's underwear, but him being a man wearing green, feeling like a woman wearing that color green could be an implication of duality. I don't. I'm not
the implication.
I'm not very confident in that. I didn't. Fucking colors were washed out on my TV, so I.
No, for me it was looking at green. Green came in when so you had the orange. You saw if you bring up that GIF again, the orange you would have orange, and then you would have green. He's got orange. He's wearing green, so he's got elements of his desires there, and then he's normal in the orange, and then when he starts getting urges and things, this green seems to come up. But there's always this reminder of green being part of him. Bernice wears green all the time. Like every time she herself is wearing green, there's the focus of on her breasts, and there's the green around her breasts, that sort of thing. So very like it was being very artsy.
Look, it's not easy being green. Kermit the Frog already said so. You gotta have some sympathy.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Not everyone going to the realm of dreams. Okay, well,
have a good night.
Enjoy. Don't wake Dev up.
Wake Dev up,
with
please.
kicking and things. Yeah. I guess I'm going to go into this myself, I suppose, when I diagram my notes, because I'm really fucking annoyed with it. So there's a lot to go through. But just, okay, so we have what do we have? There's so much going on. So we have the Adelan problem. We have through line that's supposed to happen. We have the schizophrenia through line that we're trying to show he's insane and he has delusions and things. So we have the bitch of Birkenwald or whatever it's called, and the transgender woman. Okay, then we have those stories are in, and then we have all those directors and actors as well. And we have so the movie part. So that's like quite, and then we have the story that's supposed to be told. So we have like 5 things trying to fight each other the whole way through. Let's talk about Adeline, the Adeline thing. Gray, like I said, Gray said they really do her dirty, and I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. I was really angry. I was even more angry when I watched it, because I was like, wow, they just wanted to I just don't know where they get this idea from. Why? What has anyone asked them? Have they? And I say them because it's Ian and someone else. That's
I mean, it's kind of
blame.
their MO to make things like more sexy, to add sex into every one of these stories. So it kind of makes sense that they would make Adeline like that type of character, but why they literally put the onus for everything? Like, she is obsessed with crime scene photos. She's the one who gives him the bitch of Buchenwald thing. She's the one who encourages him to practice by doing necrophilia, to the point where then she is willing to have sex with him after she murders somebody in New York. Then she comes back, and then she is willing to sit in ice cold water to try and give him that feeling that he is used to.
Yeah.
Man, they go dirty on her. And then at the very end, just how they make it that she's actually got a kill list, or does she? Is that happening? Hard to tell.
Okay, Michelle has said here, which I think we have to talk about the end then. I thought she was a figment of his imagination at certain points. Her character was so unbelievable. Yeah,
I wondered that at various points from what I did see as well.
But then
you're
hold your
showing
hand
us
with the whole bitch of Buchenwald thing where he's talking to her. They're explaining, no, it's not. And they make sure to actually show you that he's talking to the psychiatrist. And then they go through the dialogue and make sure to tell you, no, there was never any power. It was never plugged in. You weren't talking to anybody else. They don't do that with anything else. So it's weird. It's like they're trying to have their cake and eat it too, because the end is so strange. She doesn't look like she's aged, and he looks like he's aged like 40 years or something.
Yes.
So what is going on with that? I thought for sure the pan back was going to show that she's not in the chair. They even have like this thing where you can't see the chair that she was sitting in, And I thought they were just going to, like, for a brief second show that she's not there, but they make sure to, like,
Yes.
then turn the corner with it and show that she's there. So it's very
Yes.
unclear. I'm not sure. Like, it feels like they want to have their cake and eat it too, where she could be, but then she might not be. But man, it hasn't earned any of that shit. And even if so, like, fine, they're still making him look like he has had redemption, and all the evil was still her, who's this real person. It's strange, but she did kind of bring it on herself by talking to the press like right away, which sucks. She had this weird interview that she claims everything was taken completely out of character or completely reframed, where she was saying that she's known him for 20 years, and then they printed she had a 20-year romance with him. And she was saying, like, my mother thought he was the sweetest guy. I've never seen aside from him. In fact, he proposed to me, and I said no because I didn't think I was good enough for him.
Yes.
That was kind of all printed in that first article, but that very week she kept trying to get in touch with like everyone in the press, and she's claimed since then, and has never, tried to like seek the spotlight or anything like that since then, has never recanted that. No, that was completely misquoting. They took it out of context. She knew him. They dated off and on for a couple of months. She never stepped foot into his house. They just went to like movies together, and then he would want a milkshake, and every once in a while she would have a beer. So they'd go to this, I can't remember, like diner thing. But that's the extent of their relationship, other than the fact that they were somewhat of neighbors. And
It's typical for that manipulative bitch to have us think that.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
I know what she's doing.
That's a woman moment,
she was
right?
seeking the
Doing with this.
spotlight. So she just died,
was.
I think, in the like 2000s or something like that. So in those many years since then, she didn't write like a tell-all. She never recanted her story. She never actively sought out like any sort of limelight. She just went off and lived her normal life, and just kind of, was an average American after that.
Further
I don't know,
proof
it
that
just seems-
Edging wasn't nearly as big a deal as the show is trying to have you think.
He's supposed to have influenced her whole life.
Yeah.
That she was fascinated. And
Nonsense.
she was weird. I think what they did is that there is this grain of tiny little minuscule grain of truth that she spoke to the newspapers because, hey, wow, everybody's paying so much attention to us, so I'm gonna speak to a reporter. That's it.
Never
That's
talk
the
to the
worst thing
reporters.
that she did. She
The
spoke
eight-
to the reporters.
Because,
Beam Ohio says it, and you should listen to him. The press are the enemy. Have no empathy
I was
for
about
them.
to say.
Don't trust them.
True.
No, they really did. They really did sensationalize these kinds of. It's like you don't need to. It's bad enough, but they would. They spoke about. They considered necrophilia. I suppose you do consider necrophilia with somebody this disturbed, but
He was adamant that he
denies
never
it.
did that.
Yes,
He just
says
wanted to
that.
get a suit of his mother. He just wanted to be inside his mother again. That's all. There was nothing
Yes,
sexual about it.
It was almost like she talked him into or manipulated him into doing most of the horrible things he did, like the necrophilia. They even made it that
Everything.
They even made it that he becomes a babysitter for her. No, he babysat because he didn't know how to work the farm once everybody died, so he needed a job. And he was a babysitter when he was a teenager, and when he was an adult. He carried on
Well, he
doing
was a
that.
trusted
and everybody-
babysitter.
They trusted him. That is a huge story to be telling, right? This big
No, he
duality
connected
of
with
like,
the kids.
yes, but you're just making it that he showed the kids the masks and things. Like, no, actually, so the tiny grain of truth there is that there was like a teenager that saw the shrunken heads in his house, or saw shrunken heads in his house, and he just said they're artifacts that he got from a cousin. He didn't. So that's another thing that we can then ask ourselves: geez, why is he saying that? Why doesn't he just tell people the truth if he doesn't know he's doing something wrong? So there's something that we could talk about there. Like, oh,
Yeah. But instead, they do this weird thing where they bring up this other crime that happened at the time that he actually took a polygraph for and passed. I suppose maybe he did it in an altered state or something like that, but they never found any sort of information on the babysitter. So there is this 14-year-old babysitter who kind of was near
14.
the area who went missing. But man, did they not skip the chance to get like a social media star and put her in her underwear and really focus really make this kind of, what would you call it, like a peeping Tom shot of her, and just, man, it's strange. And not only that, but they decided to give her polio for no reason. The actual person did not have polio. They just decided, we need to see her in leg braces. Forrest Gump did well. Why not add it here?
It's
What are they called? Magic
weird.
legs?
Yeah.
No kidding.
No,
it's just choices were made. But
like,
so they searched the farm. They could not find any evidence that she was ever there. There is nothing that links them other than, it's kind of the same time frame and kind of near geographically.
They did speculate that some of the parts did seem younger than other parts, so they wondered if it was her. But eventually, they did rule him out because of the footprints and things. That the way she was found missing is that there was a trail of blood or something, and her shoes were off, and there were footprints, and the footprints did not match Ed Gein's size. They were 8 and Ed Gein's 10, so that's quite a big difference. So they found disproving evidence. They found evidence that suggested someone else.
Yes,
but
Michelle,
no,
Looking for a tiny foot guy.
And the novel Psycho was written before The Crimes of Ed Gein came out. I actually wanted to know. I was sorry earlier on, because it's kind of now accepted that Psycho is inspired by Ed Gein.
Bullshit.
And what's the guy's name? Norman Bates is Ed Gein.
No.
So the story was not wow. So
No,
Psycho was written before that we knew. So he was doing these crimes. We know that it went over years, but he wasn't found out.
But
there's loose inspiration for the other ones. I know for sure there is loose inspiration that Toby Hooper took with Leatherface, where it's like, okay, so this person, is skinning people and then making masks and suits out of them. Obviously, that leads that, but the whole Texas part, the whole chainsaw part, all of that is his own thing. And then same thing with
Texan. Let's be real.
Silence of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill. Again, it's a dude who's wearing suits made of people. Like there's obvious connections.
That's the tiny thing that's accurate. It's inspiration. It's not based on the like you could just attribute the shit with his mother to Freud or Oedipus complex, which it kind of is anyway. So like,
yes,
I'm sorry, I'm gonna throw my boy in the list. Fucking Jason Voorhees had a thing for his mother. We're gonna base him on Ed Gein too. Like, this is
not a thing for the mother in the upcoming show. I'm just saying, Linda Cardellini.
So Psycho was Ed Gein was arrested on November 16th, 1957, and so that's when the story would have gone out, right? The book Psycho was published in 1959, but that doesn't mean it was written in 1959. So you're saying it was that the first time it was published was 1959. So there is you could argue, well, look, but this was written beforehand. You're saying.
I'm not 100% certain. I'd always been told like it's also loosely based on it, but I would say as much as, like Silence of the Lambs. It's like, oh, okay, so there's this aspect of it. But I don't know. I'm not sure exactly where they fell on that. I just know that I was always told those 3 things were the inspiration of it. And that seems to be what Ryan Murphy was going off of for this too.
Yeah. Michelle, just if you know when the year it was written itself. But yeah, I suppose that's also another thing is if you attach to properties, I suppose. You attach it to a real story that helps it sell. Anyway, the author said he only learned about it after he wrote the novel. That's freaking crazy. That's creepy.
Isn't it even creepier that somehow Ed Gein did a shot-for-shot version of that shower scene? Like it is just wow. Who could have known?
Yeah,
I really hate how they took actual art and then just ripped it off instead of just taking inspiration. Like, why did they have to call this Ed Gein? Just call it something else, Inside Mother or something like that.
Yeah,
like
Monster. Why does it have to be part of this anthology as well? Because the way that from Dharma, because Dharma they did do little changes. Okay, you could, but they weren't this drastic. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like they did stuff like they made the neighbor more involved and that sort of thing in Dharma. And I say involved as in like they noticed more things. Like we got a narrative of what the neighbor was going through. More so than we actually know in real life. So cool, that is a creative choice, but it was not egregious rewriting of history. Like it seems like the main plot points were accurate. So we started off with the smash success of Dharma, okay? And yes, his crimes were sexually motivated. So yeah, adding the sex in there is important, I suppose. Then we went in, so we've established this monster anthology is about telling the real life stories with good actors, and you know, like it's not a documentary, but it's still telling you the story, right? Is that am I correct in saying that this is what we thought when the first installment came out?
Yeah, I thought it was like a heightened, somewhat fictionalized version. I mean, like you can never know what conversation happened in any room that, you know, nobody else was in, anything like that. So yeah, I mean, but I thought it was going to be much closer to a biopic than, you know, like just pure fiction. This does not appear to be that. Like no aspect seems to be accurate.
Like when Dahmer came out, and what was the one before Dahmer?
No, it was Dahmer and then Menendez. So Dahmer was the first one.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're thinking
of Glee. I'm not thinking of Glee, no. When that came out, first of all, I don't even think I was 21 yet. So when Dahmer came out. But,
what do you mean, like Dahmer
when did that come out? Hold on.
It was, you were here.
I remember it did? Holy shit. I'm thinking of something else. It's been recent.
It was like it came out.
I'm thinking of other Netflix quote documentaries that glorified the people in them.
Maybe it was Conversations with a Killer.
Maybe.
But Dahmer, the series, whatever, came out in 2022.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay. Never mind. I have nothing more to add.
But it was the first one. We had a really good, just the performance. It was really, really taken. It was enjoyed, I think. There was some stuff about like, oh, what are you trying to say about gay people, that sort of thing. But all out, everybody was talking about it. I think we might have even done an episode on it. That's how much we're talking about it. So that framed what this thing is supposed to be doing. And then I watched a bit of the Menendez one, and I'm like, whoa, this seems to be really taking a certain viewpoint of why this happened. Like, oh, they were abused. So they've taken the story of the guys, that the explanation, and they've run with it, and they've just showed us what they think happened. And that kind of got me, I don't know. It's a bit too much. It's making them, it's a bit too much like it's justifying what they did. And I don't know how true, in certain true crime cases, you don't know. Like for here with Ed Gein, you could go, maybe he was pretending to be crazy. And then you could go, no, maybe he actually just was that crazy. It's proper schizophrenia. You could do that, and you can take that in a creative way. You can go, okay, here it's the schizophrenia. Okay, here it's the acting.
Narrator.
Yeah, we can do either of those things creatively, and I think that I wouldn't be Hey,
if not three,
if not three,
yeah.
What, 3 ways? Yeah.
What happened? What he thinks happened?
What he says happened? Yeah. But what we think? Yeah. All of that could happen. Yeah.
The Rashomon effect.
Going to the Menendez thing. But what basically the main point I'm trying to say is that this anthology was supposed to tell us at least close to the story of what happened, like pretty close. But this thing took such liberties that it fucks with the rest of the anthology for me. I'm like, what is your point here? Like, ugh, I don't know. Maybe I'm pathetic because I'm just so angry. I don't know why.
Maybe I'm pathetic because I'm so angry. It's a wonderful quote. Put that on a shirt.
Maybe I'm pathetic because I'm angry. Yeah.
Because I'm so angry.
So, sorry, going back to the Adeline thing, right? Okay. So at the end, we kind of get this question, like you said, Gray, they're having their cake and eating it, where it's like, you fully expect either her to be, I expected her either to be aged so that you see that he's seeing her in a certain way, and that suggests that, that suggests, okay, she was real, what we saw was real, but he sees her in a certain way. And there is this thing that he has spoken to her and said to her, I was scared that you weren't real. So they could have definitively given us the answer that she wasn't real the whole time then. But that would have worked. But they did not. They showed her sitting there. What the fuck does that even mean? Like they made the effort to show her sitting there. I'm just like, they didn't leave it open, they showed her. So I don't know I don't think, does that give them this plausible deniability that, oh, well, they were suggesting she was just a figment of his imagination? What do you think? I think everyone's tired. Yeah, I think everyone's tired. I'm not done with this thing. So
I didn't realize I was muted. I kept trying to talk,
great.
and I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not tired. I'm just distracted. I'm disappointed in this show. How dare Monster do this to or Adeline? Just, man, I don't know. I don't know what the overall message is trying to say. Like it could have gone the unreliable narrator, unreliable protagonist thing, but like it doesn't really go into there. There's moments where it definitely shows you what he's seeing is not reality, but it doesn't ever like hang around in there. And then it could go into mental health. It kind of touches on it with Norman Bates, kind of or with Anthony Perkins as Norman Bates and that curse. But then it also kind of touches on it when Keen finally gets his diagnosis. But it doesn't really say anything about any of that. Like there is no message about that. It doesn't go into the justice. Instead, now we're just going to randomly throw Richard Speck into this, where there is no proof that Richard Speck ever wrote Ed Gein. There is no reason why there is a connection between these, but for some reason we need to watch a gay jail love scene for crack. I don't understand. And then it needs to be prolonged and really show some prosthetic work. Interesting prosthetic work.
What the hell, dude? So both of these messages, if we just go to Michelle, it was almost like they thought, how can we push this to be the most horrific, overly sexualized, gruesome things imaginable? Yes, I think that was just what they were doing. And I don't know, they could try and claim, I think if they want to be artsy, they can try and claim that they're making you confront that you're the monster. We must think that we're the monster for watching these things, right? You are the reason. I like them screaming.
The girl reading this.
They really could have gone into that, and that would have been an awesome message if they could have somehow done that. Like Charles mentioned, where Adeline suddenly becomes like this reporter, and it seems like she is now like consumed with the media storm, and then it goes to all these other serial killers that were inspired by it, and that they're becoming these big phenomenon, and it goes into the Mind Hunter thing. I don't know. Like it feels like there's a message that they could have gone to with that, we are idolizing these monsters, but it doesn't really have anything to say about it. It's just instead glorifying them and showing very gratuitous versions of Speck. It is strange.
Like, why do you need to do that? Are they like, were they trying to be like, hey, we're going to do a Speck one, guys? We'll do one on Speck. No. This I can understand if they want to embellish some points of the story to draw in a crowd. However, I don't like it if they take so much that it's more of a based on a true story, exaggerated story. That's kind of, I suppose we would have to, I think we came to this conclusion last time, or at least someone did, might have been just me, where it was just like, it's a case-by-case basis. Let's look at the story and see what creative choices they made and why. And here, this just does not make enough sense. It doesn't work enough to be excused at all.
Narratively speaking, what is your point?
Yeah.
So, all right, you told this story. What are you trying to tell us as an audience? What are you telling us? That what Adeline is the one that's behind all this? Like, as far as 8 episodes of your story is concerned, what did you just tell us? Because I have no idea what the fuck it is.
I think I have an answer for you.
Go on, BMO. Doing
Behind
your one
every
episode.
great man, behind
Is a
every
crazy
great
woman?
man is an even greater woman.
There you go. Bimo, Hio, to say something. I'm very excited for you to
Say
join.
something. I'm giving up on you.
Well, based off of what Kitty was just saying, yeah, if I were to see a based on a true story thing, or if I hear the phrase true crime kind of a thing, I'm going to expect that the broad strokes are more or less accurate with some changes necessary either to make the story flow better or to work within a theme type of a situation. But it sounds, and from what I did see of the show, that they got the broad strokes completely wrong, like to the opposite, which
They smeared them
is
like shit on a wall.
not good.
Guy dressed like a broad strokes himself. That's about it.
Hey, there you go. But yeah, so we have
Said
the
that with
Adeline
such a New
thing.
Yorker accent.
Sorry.
Can I get
Why are
back
you
to the
apologizing?
I'm
Can
not
I get-
adapting.
can I get back to the film
No.
kid stuff? Because I don't know about it. So what else was egregious about the film kid stuff? Also, I didn't know that Psycho, because I mean we did Psycho in school. We that was part of our film study stuff. That's as close as I got to studying film. It's like the little unit in English. And we did Psycho, we did that scene, but I don't remember it being that graphic. Apparently, yeah, you didn't. That was the brilliance of the movie, of that scene, is that you didn't see the nipple being like fucked around with and stuff. You didn't see all of that gore.
Yeah. So reducing Psycho, which is a revolutionary movie for a bunch of reasons, reducing it to it's the Ed Gein story is kind of bullshit, because it's one of the first movies, if not the first movie, to just fucking kill their main character in the first third. Like that was so, like, movies have copied that. Scream, they have Drew Barrymore get killed in the first 10 minutes. Like that wasn't an Ed Gein thing. That was like, hey, let's pay homage to Psycho. It has nothing to do with fucking Ed Gein. The marketing,
doesn't it though?
the marketing for Psycho was revolutionary, because Hitchcock was he was way ahead of his time with how to get people interested in things, and he wouldn't let people. I don't know how the fuck you do this today, but he wouldn't let people enter the theater if they didn't if they showed up late. If you showed up 1 minute,
You have to watch the
you
whole thing.
would not be able to be allowed in, and that, like, people were curious, like, well, why the fuck? I need to see every last second of this. That was interesting. The fact that shit, I drew a blank. Well, anyway, making the connection to Hitchcock wanting to
hear them. He likes the screams.
This sexually motivated with things in Psycho. He doesn't show nudity at all. If anything, there's an entire film that lauds the way they edited just the shower scene. There is an entire 90-minute documentary. It's called 78-52, where it's just the editing of the shower scene. The fucking 52 seconds or 78 frames, 78 shots, 52 seconds. I don't remember what the two numbers stand for, but it's like a clinic in the Kuleshov effect, where you show us things and we, as an audience, are mentally connecting dots. And in multiple ways, Hitchcock is getting us to work around multiple things. We think we see nudity, we don't. We think we see stabs, we don't. It's the implications in the shots. He also did that to get around the rating sports, because they were much stricter back then. And he
Gus
did
Van
it.
Sant did not have that trouble.
Listen, you want to see an asshole? You go to
You
see
can
Gus
see
Van
Anne
Sant.
Heche's butthole. Yeah. But it's literally like, okay, so there is this one iconic scene that really changed cinema. Do you think you can do a better version of it? Like Gus Van Sant tried with a shot-for-shot version of it. Why do they keep taking these iconic shots from all these iconic films and then trying to recreate it in a much, I don't know, what would you, it's just a letdown. Yeah.
And then, like, retroactively making them a part of Ed Gein's story, which is like, what are you saying? This real life dude was
Yeah,
like harming himself, because that's absurd.
the
Well,
way
you don't
that they
understand.
made
Toby
this,
Hooper read the stuff, so he knew how he swung the chainsaw around.
And he
So
wanted, listen, he wanted to see more pussy in Psycho, so he decided, let me make
Yes.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
like it's just
yeah.
little shit, but it's so egregious. Like they made Ed Gein's house look like the Psycho house. He lived on a
Yeah.
farmhouse. It was nothing like the Psycho house. Like, why did they do that? It even makes it like imply that Hitchcock even stole that from them.
Well, right, and the having Psycho influence this story is weird. Like having the mother up in the attic thing where he like waves at her when he's going on that
Mhm.
date with Adeline. Like that's
Mhm.
a Psycho thing. That's not an Ed Gein thing. What are you doing?
So
Like-
it's influencing the way they tell this story, whereas you're supposed to be telling us how this story supposedly influenced that one.
It's a
You're
fucking
just-
Ouroboros. It's just like, listen, if we're gonna
Yeah.
help, fucking eat our own tail.
Why
it-
the fuck not?
It's
'Cause we're just-
ridiculous. Like-
That's why it seems masturbatory. It's just like frenzy.
Yeah.
Let's just do whatever the fuck we want.
Another
Ah.
line in Scream is movies don't make psychos, movies make psychos more creative. You basically took 8 episodes and kind of dabbled that same one sentence premise without actually doing that, where it's just, yeah.
Without doing it well.
Yeah, I've seen
Without being
Scream. I know
creative?
that one what?
Without being creative.
But-
The
yeah,
Psycho's
like,
more creative, but you weren't more creative.
Well, you don't understand, BMO. Goodbye Horses was Ed Gein's thing.
Oh,
he liked
for
to tuck it
fuck's
and look in the
sake.
mirror.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
weird.
Yeah. Hold on. I do want to ask you guys. So, well, tell you how this comes to a person who doesn't know anything really about Hitchcock's life, all of that stuff.
Me?
All of this, the writer, all of that. The way this came to me, because I paused it and looked at my husband and I said, we are supposed to know, you and me, we're supposed to know this is Hitchcock now, and he is speaking to this writer. Us normal people, we're supposed to know this, just so you know. And then we carried on.
And then
also
Hitchcock
I got-
peeping through the peeping
Yes.
Tom hole. Like, what is
So
that?
now,
What
yes,
liberties are you
Charles.
taking there?
Yes, Charles, I don't know anything about Hitchcock. So I now am thinking, wow, were there allegations? Is this why they added this? Were there allegations? There must have been some sort of
It was so long
scandal
ago,
with
it
him.
doesn't matter. Let's just make shit up.
There was
But that's-
rumors that Hitchcock was a typical male to his female actresses, but nothing that was implied that he was creepy like that.
Yeah, like a peeping Tom thing. So
Yeah.
that's quite a big deal, because that's changed what I thought of him. I would have to, what if I just didn't speak to you guys and I'd just be like, oh yeah, that Hitchcock, hey. No, it seems like he was a man of his time and just sexist in terms of the way people were at that time. But also this thing here, they made it look like Hitchcock had mommy issues too.
Yeah.
He didn't call his wife mother in real life. I was like, is that his mother?
No.
And I was like,
Um,
oh, okay. So they're trying to make it as if Hitchcock is sick, kind of in a little way. yeah.
Slight pushback.
Hmm.
Older Brits, their wives, they call them mum.
Mom.
Okay,
that
so you're saying
could-
that you do it, Charles.
Yes, mum. Can you get me more milk, please?
Thank you, mother.
my aunt does. My uncle does that to my aunt. Yeah. she
Yeah.
calls-
So
Yeah, that's just weird.
I don't remember.
I can't condone it, no matter the language.
he hitched his cock to mother. Ooh, okay, but yeah, but apparently he didn't. Okay, so he didn't, says Michelle. So even if that is a normal thing, I think the reason they put it in there is because they want to do the parallels. They want to show, ooh, he's a bit disturbed, and the mother, and they showed his wife as being so upset with what he's doing. As
Yeah.
well. So
It's another thing where this series has you believe that Hitchcock was nothing prior to Psycho, and
yeah.
the 1950s were very strong for Alfred Hitchcock. It's offensive. Like
He
just
said-
absurd.
So he said, because one of the things is that I can do what I want now. So he finally, so is this this is the message I get from the show, that he made this hit movie now which means that now the studios will let him do whatever he wants. It's kind of like he will be able to do the projects he loves. And then the projects he loves are not actually accepted because now the world has gone horror crazy and we just need more psychos.
Have you seen Strangers on a Train?
No.
Throw Mama from
Oh,
the
good.
train.
Yes, also good, but for a different reason.
Do you
And,
like Twilight Zone?
Oh, yeah.
I love
Do you know
it.
that there's a show called Alfred Hitchcock Presents that basically was that prior to Psycho coming out? Like to infer that Hitchcock only became a horror icon because of fucking Psycho is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
And this is done by people who are in the know of this. It's not me creating this
Well, he
stuff.
did
It's not
Glee.
normies.
So, dancing.
but-
He knows how to make dancing shows.
So film people don't do that with Alfred.
I audibly said fuck off at least 3 times watching this. At
I
least 3
don't
times.
think there's any way that you can be successful with that. Like, how could you match the greatest? Like, why would you try and recreate iconic shots?
Another thing, Gray, I want to tell you about that though. So you're telling me, you guys have told me about the brilliance is that you don't see nudity, your brain puts all the things in between. That's fucking cool. Okay.
Not in the show.
But in the show, what it tells me, what they were trying to show this movie to be, is it was the first time that we saw this kind of horror and this kind of gore, and people were shocked at it because they had not seen such things before.
One of the better uses of breaking the 180 rule to disorient the audience, where they'll shift the angle and purposely break the 180 rule. It's one of the times where you break that rule, and it's done for a specific purpose. Yeah.
Well, there's all of that, so that's why this is iconic. But what they've done is what they made it seem like is that this is the first time you're seeing nipples on screen. You're seeing blood like that. This is why that's basically the reason. It's because it's so horrific. Whereas you've told me that it's about losing the main character in the first third. The way that it dodges the nudity.
Yeah. So it's not just. Oh, it's the Ed Gein movie.
It's all of this. Yes.
Like it's a just monumental shift in movies and getting around censors. There's a lot of things that Psycho is responsible for. So much so that Peeping Tom, like a movie that came out the same year, was trying to say, "Hey, we did it first."
No.
So
I guess there is a commentary that you can take from that. Is like, we're desensitized now, and do imagine, like, if this was the first time, imagine just people that had never seen film done this way, and you freaking show them Saw, and it's just like, here's some gore out of nowhere, and they don't have the
first
internet
one's
where they
pretty
see these
special.
things.
The one thing that they do touch on is the reactions in the movie theaters, and like Hitchcock is like pleasantly surprised that like a woman's giving birth, a dude like faints, and like,
and he gives him the handkerchief.
There was reported stories like that, so like that was accurate, but they did nothing with that accurate piece of information, where it's just what
were there signs?
The Greatest
Were
Generation?
like, I'm not denying that it had an effect on the audiences, and that's true, but the way that they made it seem was that it was just because of the gore. Nobody's ever seen this before, and that's why it changed the world.
But it wasn't gore. It was just so jarring to them.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, that they made it seem very much like it's just gore, because then we also get that reinforced later on with Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all of that stuff. Like, they spend so much time with that. Okay, so we've done the Hitchcock thing. I do want to ask one more question, though. The outline thing, did they have those, like, Alfred Hitchcock wants you to watch the whole movie, like that cardboard cutout
It's funny
thing?
you bring that up. I'm giving you something. Run with it.
Oh, okay.
Sharing.
Okay.
It's just waiting for you to put it up. That is literally it.
Okay, so they put that, because they showed that.
And they would have the showtime in that
yes,
box.
That's what they showed on there. So that is
accurate. Yes.
because I was like, wow, that is really interesting. Like, I don't give a shit about the director. That's literally as now where I'm at as a normie. It's what's the movie about? Why does the director? I want to see your story. I don't want to know about you yet. I want to enjoy your movie. Then I want to ask you about yourself and what made you make this movie. But
You've
yeah,
seen
today-
Psycho, right? Haven't you?
long ago. I need to rewatch.
Now that you've seen this, it would be worth rewatching that shower scene because
Yeah.
you can see the difference that like you're telling the same story, you're making the same actions go, but you can see like a real master at work. Another one that's kind of like that is Tarantino. I'm not saying he is on par with Hitchcock or anything like that, but he was also given credit that his movies were incredibly violent, especially like Reservoir Dogs and especially the ear scene. If you go back to it, you don't see much. You see dancing, you see him with a knife, and then there is a cutaway, and it's not showing you the violent thing, but people are convinced that they actually saw somebody getting a very violent act, and then later you do see the prosthesis, but it's very different. Like a true master can really kind of evoke the images in your head. Alien, the original
Which
one,
will
does
always
that
be
a
worse.
lot. Yeah,
They'll be
it's
worse
going to be.
than what's actually there. Like when they first did the vulva thing, guys, I was like, oh, they didn't show them. They definitely didn't show them. And then I actually went back and then I saw that they flashed. It was the actual things. So interesting. They didn't show one that was painted silver, by the way, and put a bow on it. He put a bow on it. So very nice. Okay, so Hitchcock. Interesting. I'm gonna go and watch Psycho. I'm sorry I'm keeping you guys so long, but I just want to know more about this film stuff. Okay. You guys can leave. Beamoth, you guys, if you want to go, I know it's late for you. And Charles, I expect you.
I don't want to hear it.
That's all I'm saying.
But Arch though.
But so we have the Hitchcock thing. Then also we've now had that the actual writer is the one that goes and he wrote this because of Ed Gein. We've said that that's not true. What's next? It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right?
Yeah.
Why do you spend time on that imaginary in that line at Christmas and why do you do that?
Janet Leigh's
So that
pussy.
actually so that is actually the inspiration that Toby Hooper keeps stating.
So
that was his inspiration for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He was waiting in a line, I believe it was in a Sears Roebuck, and he's just standing next to a chainsaw, and he just had the fantasy, and then that's what kind of birthed that horror story. And then there is the legend of, I can't remember what they were calling him. It was the Plainsfield Monster. I can't remember. Anyway, there is that legend.
Yeah.
The Butcher of Plainsfield. Thank you. So there is that story, and he was wearing masks and stuff. So why not combine those two ideas and make something iconic? And he really did. But from all my research on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there is like a slight inspiration from it. But man, to actually change it to where, again, I think is her name Addison Rae, where like he's literally trying to get his mother to hit her with the hammer. It is a blatant ripoff again of kind of the dinner scene with the grandfather in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is such an iconic scene where this guy is too feeble and old to swing a hammer, but the family is reveling and trying to get him to finish off the prey. And man, do they make it so shitty in this version. It really sucks. They just keep borrowing all of these elements, stealing them from something that was actually inspired and artistic, and just doing a poor imitation of it. It keeps repeatedly leaving a bad taste in my mouth.
It's like you can't even. It's like we see you, we know the truth. This is very well known. So what are you doing with this? Why? Just so you can have the scene. That's what it seems like. Is just so you can have the scene to show the gore and that sort of stuff. And then you go and put the chainsaw into this whole idea. He used the chainsaw. He absolutely did not. He used a hacksaw.
No, he did not.
Yeah.
Well, and then the other two murders that they give him are these hunters that may or may not be related. They were somewhere near his property when they disappeared. Again, I believe he passed the polygraph on them too, and there is no way that they found them on the property or anything like that. But yeah, they totally made him just go completely Leatherface on them, wearing the mask with the chainsaw, swinging it wildly, exactly like Gunnar. I'm blanking
Gunnar
on
Hansen?
the actual. Yeah,
Gunnar
Gunnar
Hansen.
Hansen. Yeah. Just the way that his following his exact mannerisms. Like Gunnar didn't choose those. It turns out it was actually Ed Gein, and Gunnar is now just doing an Ed Gein impression. I hate all of this.
They framed that as well in terms of when they're in the trailer and there is the discussion of like, what are you now? Who are you now? And it was, what did you guys make of that bit? That they're in the trailer and the director's saying, okay, you're wearing it. No, this is, and they're like, oh, this is scary. And he's like, no, it's not. He puts the lipstick around the face and it's like, and then eventually he's supposed to scream, I'm a transvestite lesbian or something like that. He screams.
I don't remember that.
Whoa.
Yeah, if
I need to
that
find it.
happened, I appreciate the editing that they did in the movie to not have that there. He definitely had different faces, which were different personas, and they kind of go further into that with more of the Leatherface lore. But I don't know, to again kind of take that he's just ripping that directly off of Ed Gein. That it doesn't make sense to me. That is the part that is inspired by it. You know, like he is wearing these faces of different people, and he definitely has mental health problems, and he's willing to butcher. There's similarities, but man, it's his own take on it.
Right. And this is another case where if you could have some conviction, if you're going to narratively try to imply that, reality, things that are done in fiction inspired by reality are a much more extravagant version of what really happens, hammer that home. Not further make things even more grand than they really are without any real payoff or explaining like what makes us come to those conclusions. Like it has so many ideas. It has great ideas that it just doesn't know what it wants to do. It's like it wants to point the finger at the audience, but also not offend the audience. Like what is your point? What are you doing?
But they're also so Michelle mentions the use of the chainsaw on the nurse as well. And they're like trying to play with you in a weird way where they're making that nurse so evil and so restrictive to him that it's almost like you're supposed to be on board with his fantasy that he gets to live out, where he takes out the bad nurse because the good nurse is gone. But then it shows her later, that same bad nurse being one of the only empathetic people to
again, like it inverts the influence of Ed Gein on fiction because in Psycho, the line "I would never hurt a fly" is there, and if I had $1 for every time someone said, "Oh, Ed wouldn't hurt a fly," like, yeah, we get it, we know what you're doing here, and you don't have to do it fucking 7 times during this series. Like, instead of showing us why this story is intriguing, there are so many times where this series decides to say, hey, remember this thing from that piece of fiction that you love? We're going to like retroactively put it into this story that like inspired this, where like, yeah, okay, I can just watch the fiction. Thanks. I don't need to, like, you're just tainting every piece of this story. What are you doing?
You're giving me rotten member berries is actually what you're doing.
Fucking A, man.
Because considering it's like they're saying member berries, remember this, and then they go and they actually pervert it and make it even worse. Or make it worse.
When they did the fake Psycho thing, I'm like, we didn't see nipple. What are you doing?
Yeah.
We didn't see nipple.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
You know that scene backwards. So you're like, no, this does not make sense.
Well, like,
I'm trying to find
like
this clip
Psycho is taught for if you're going to do anything with the shower scene, it's the maneuvering that they did around the nudity that like and the stabbing. I think they showed penetration in the Ed Gein thing too, where it's like, no,
very
like,
much so.
He had to
they did
avoid
nudity
that.
and penetration at the same time. It was titty meat that got stabbed.
Yes, it was. There was very upsetting titty meat stuff.
not titty chair meat either. It was just plain titty on the bone meat. In the
There
wild.
it is. Here it is. I found it. It's kind of a bit of the scene once he's making his movie, and also make him quite frothy, I suppose, as an artiste. This. Oh shit! I've muted it so that I could not irritate you guys. But we've got. Let's go a little bit
And we
back.
get this absolute out-of-pocket line.
Transvestite cannibal lesbian!
From the same person who gave us Pose, no less. Yeah. Episode 5.
Wait,
special
hold on.
guest,
I'm just going there.
The mask. Then we're in the trailer of the guy who plays Leatherface, and the director is painting the mask. And we get this absolute out-of-pocket line.
Transvestite cannibal lesbian!
From the
That's the thing. So what is that? How does that?
mean,
What does the out of pocket mean? I don't.
That is just it's just out of the fucking blue.
it is kind of an over-the-top line delivery. But he's getting
Like-
hyped up for his thing. Like, he's trying to get in the character. I
Yeah.
mean, BMO screams that before the show. Like, every time we go live, he's
Yeah,
like,
right. Wait,
I
wait,
am
wait.
a blobfish. I am Beam, Ohio.
Yeah. He's
Yes,
hyping the
that
actor
is
up.
what I say, 100%. Not the
Yeah.
other.
But
I don't
what
hate
I
that.
took this as is look what we now are doing with horror movies. We're making.
But it's from the 70s. And they
And we're
did that.
also
Like,
Transvestite is the term that they would have used at
Yes.
that point.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a cross dresser. That has nothing to do with trans gender dysphoria. Nothing. It's just that's just what we call them. I think there's even the song in Rocky Horror, transvestites.
Yep.
Right.
But yeah, the point is, I saw it as like, okay, look how we're taking this truly horrific story and kind of camping it up with the way that it looks. We're camping it up, and we're focusing on. We're taking it way far and making him a lesbian.
Yeah.
like
What does sexual preference have to do with wearing someone's skin and killing someone? Like I'm sorry.
yeah.
I don't
What you
think it's
fuck has
canon that
nothing
he's
to do with it.
lesbian.
It's a kink.
Yeah, I think sometimes this show also tries to say, look, if you repress sexual desires, you're going to get this.
Yeah, if there's any through line here, it's sexual deviants. They're much more than sexual deviants. They're lunatics. They're
Yeah.
going to kill you.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that's very fair.
Yeah, it's like there is
Is that
a
out of
big
pocket?
difference. Out of pocket.
I don't know lingo.
But yeah, anyway, another thing just about the film thing was they are doing what they seem to be criticizing.
Yes.
So they seem to be criticizing taking the story and sensationalizing it, but they've done it at the same time. So, and egregiously
Good idea, though, huh?
Well,
Can you imagine
they
if we had the
seem to
balls to
be-
do something?
Well, they seem to be villainizing the people that are doing it. Like, they definitely don't portray Hitchcock in a good light. They don't necessarily show Toby Hooper in a good light, and they don't really show Demi in a good light. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But did he not get like 500 million for the 3 seasons of this show or whatever?
It's like fucking fan fiction for both fiction and reality. Like, what are you doing? Like, how did you fucking piss everyone off? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, what if
doing
this? What if Ed Gein was actually this? Wouldn't that be cool? What if Ed Gein was actually doing things that you actually see in Psycho? Wouldn't that be awesome? No.
Why not do like the American Horror Story-esque thing where it was kind of like this season is based around this? Like they
Yeah.
had I can't remember what that one axe murderer was, but it feels like you could do that, but the monsters. You could do it around the
Mhm.
serial killers. So just
I'd
fictionalize.
rather it be about
something.
the monsters.
Don't
Oh, the
frame it
monsters.
as
I
we're
don't know,
telling
man.
I
you
remember
the
them.
Ed Gein story. We're
Ah.
it's the one that's based on Ed Gein, right? That one. Do it that way.
Yeah. For me,
Yeah.
that would work. But sorry, getting to what BMO and Blobfish were talking about. Come on, Rob Zombie killed that franchise too. The Monsters is old news.
True.
We can't go back to.
Very true. Unfortunately.
Bemo's favorite movie is Cuties, apparently.
What?
I'm so
He's a
nostalgic.
fan of French cinema. I mean,
Oh,
The only French cinema I can think of is Whack Fu.
What?
never
It's
heard
a
of that.
it's a French
wait,
TV
wait.
show.
That's your favorite movie, and you whack foo?
I said that. Oh my god.
You're here, so we need to Josh you. We're just joshing.
Josh isn't here.
Yeah, Josh.
No
isn't
idea
here.
who Josh is.
Josh.
Yeah, so
Screen if you're Josh.
let's get to the ending, guys. Let's talk about the ending, and then I'll let you go.
I don't think people are talking about the damage that they're doing to Yes's legacy here. You can't put that there. It's a bad song.
Bad song.
It's a
I
bad
think it's
song
nice.
choice.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
don't think you could put that there.
I don't. That'll ruin a song for you. Yeah. That's what it's done for me. Is what I'm thinking. And the dancing at the end, like, stop it.
Do you need an Ed Gein serial killer themed music video
But what will the TikTok
for
kids
Owner
do?
of a Lonely Heart?
Yeah.
One More Cup of Sorrow, epic.
That's such a good album. I would, in fact, say that one's on the album of the year. Yeah, I just, for me, why would you do it with this Yes song? Like, it just.
Oh, what song would you do it with, Gray?
I think it would be "Don't Stop Believin'" would be pretty good. Let's get some DSB up in here. Yeah, let's get some Journey. I could also see what's the In Excess one? I think I could see it. Now I can't remember what the hell it's called. But anyway, it's a great.
Some Girls Are Bigger Than Others.
Oh, that would be great. I'd
Some
be
girls'
down with
mothers
that
are
one
bigger
as
than other
well.
girls' mothers.
Just don't put it in there. Don't. Fine.
But what will the TikTok
Careless
kids
Whisper.
talk about?
I think that one would have been
Careless
great if you
Whisper?
just do Careless Whisper. I think it would be
You know,
tasteful.
It helps because it's the end, so it's like he's never going to dance again. But also, by the way, yeah, we didn't get any of the. We just had him asking if he could move, if he could be released because he's feeling better now and he's sane. But actually, what was happening is like, no, that was another dimension to the story, is that he's not convicted, but he is confined to the hospital. Then he gets treatment. Eventually, there is the threat of him getting out.
But then the
essentially.
fan fiction shit goes well past meta, because I had to rewatch it. And yes, they do homage Mindhunter, which itself is fiction, and just create a bunch of nonsense bullshit that Ed Gein.
But it's such Temu Mindhunter though. Like it's so weird. Like it looks like it from a distance, but once they focus in on it, it's like, what the hell are you doing? But man, it's so weird. But they're basically saying that show is also inspired by him. Everything's inspired by him. He is the legacy. He inspired everything. I think there were also moments where they kind of took some of the other ones that weren't there. So some of the other horror icons. There's a moment where he's standing just like Michael Myers across the street. I think now we're saying that Michael Myers was inspired by Ed Gein as well. Every movie that you can ever think of is inspired by Ed Gein. He is the one who brought us cinema.
And that's why at the end of the whole show, guys, we hear, I've got achievements. Oh, he's got achievements, and because he caught a killer today. And then after that, okay, that's his achievement that we've gotten. And then also his achievement is what he's done for the horror genre, and for serial killers themselves, guys, not just the horror genre, but the serial killers, because he inspired the serial killers themselves. And they're his fans, and they're gushing over him. We've got the Charles Manson, very happy to meet him. And then the Ed Kemper, the one that I confused with, and he's like, oh, I killed this many women and a girl, and my mother also, I had problems with my mother, all of that.
And he needed to fuck shoes because, God forbid, you not get sexual deviance covered. God
Oh,
forbid.
ooh.
God forbid you
Ooh,
just
maybe giving
yes.
giving him shoes was a bad idea. Oh, also, and then we also had time. Sorry, we had time to add in a little jab, because now we have the female walking in, and Ed goes, "I didn't know there'd be a lady," and she goes, "Oh, it's the 1970s." I think she says it's the 1970s. Things are different now. Okay, that's basically all it was. Just all of it was just everywhere.
I don't think we gave enough whatever weirdness to them,
Scorn?
including Speck and the way that they decided to include Richard
Oh.
Speck. It was just so gratuitous and over the top. And
again,
apparently,
That's why I wanted you
there's-
guys to see the last
Tits.
episode. Titties.
But
Yes. Here's the titties for you. You wanna
yeah, sending a letter like, here's a picture of my titties
No.
for you. Like, what the fuck? What does this have to do with
Yeah.
anything? Again, look,
Well,
it's
you know-
sexual deviance. Like that's the one connective tissue to everything. Like,
But we had to see the gross. We actually had to see the explicit sex as well of Speck being in
Yes.
in order for them to tell us that story, we had to
Yes,
see
because
him
he's
getting
crazy.
railed.
yeah,
Oh,
I wouldn't have believed it otherwise.
yeah,
not have
exactly. It was
believed it.
very important for us to see that. We had to see those breasts
And-
flapping in the wind, and we had to hear this goose noise as
I
well.
would have preferred it if he did a rail off the dude's cock that he was about to bang.
Oh,
And then
yeah, why
'cause
not? Yeah, why
they,
don't
they
let's
tried
see it.
marrying drugs and sex? Like go the whole distance.
Yeah,
Do a
let's
rail
it.
right off that peen and
it
stick it
just
right
seemed
in you.
very gratuitous.
No,
or at
you
least that
no
way.
wimp, you vanilla little bitch.
You wimp.
Hey,
I
I'm
was-
French vanilla.
Poor
Okay.
Gordon, he woke up, and I'm watching that scene.
Mhm.
This is the first thing he sees in the morning is his wife sitting there
Yeah.
watching a man in prison getting, and I'm like, he's like,
Well,
what
he was
the hell
earning a
is this?
living. How else do you
He's like-
support your crack
Good
habit?
You're
morning.
smart. Oh my god,
He was a
it's
businessman.
horrible.
But,
It's
okay, if you're gonna show us that, like, why do you then need like a voiceover while he's trying to encourage Ed to relieve himself to pictures of Speck's breasts? It's so strange and gratuitous, especially when none of this happened. Like, I guess if the message is supposed to be he somehow inspired other serial killers and then they have inspired others, and it's kind of this legacy that keeps building, I don't think any of that adds to it. Like, I think there's a more effective way you could use your time and kind of show that. But
Yeah. What is
No,
what
we
is
want
your
to shock.
point? Like
Yeah,
if
we want
if
to
he influences not only people in the real world but also fiction, what is your point? What
Is it good?
what
Is it bad?
What is it about
Yeah.
him that like do you have something to say about that? How can we
No,
not
yeah.
have this happen in the future? Or what is it about him that has him popular
You haven't
in both aspects?
Yeah, you
other than
haven't
sex.
said anything. Yeah, you haven't said anything about it. You
Right.
haven't made a segment. You've said, hey, people inspire people, which is true. Serial killers themselves they are interested in certain things and they get curious based on stories they've heard of other people. Yeah, that we understand, but you haven't done, like you said, you haven't made any statements about Ed Gein. All that you do at the end there is literally, so we have that, oh, my achievements, oh, and he has all the thing. Then you've got his mom saying to him, you changed the world, you put our name on the map, or something like that. Like, it's gross. It's actually like it's oh, he finally gets to
You
his
should
mother at the
put
top
her
of the
name on the map.
stairs. Yeah, he finally gets the
that's
approval
after,
of his mother.
but that was after he led the tips that led to the catching of Ted
Yes.
Bundy. You don't understand, BMO. He's been redeemed at this point.
Oh, it's
That's
not, yeah, it's
what
not just,
Mother is proud of.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it's not just him making it up in his head that he helped. No, they came to speak to him. He knows. They came and asked him questions, and he had a letter written by Ted Bundy that it described all of his things. Okay, cool. Also he knew the name of the type of car, everything.
Yeah, all of that was bullshit.
you don't honor him. We want to understand him. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like we're how did he get so fucked? Exactly. That is like how does a person get to that point? There's a whole bunch in his life that yeah.
There's something, if you took a narrative stance and said, yes, this is fascinating. Very clearly, people are fascinated by stories like this. But for every 100 of us, there's the fucking 3 weirdos that are going to do even worse shit and be inspired to do worse. How do we draw the line between being fascinated and fangirling about it? And
yes,
and you know, how do you figure that out? And like, what responsibility do we have? Like, it's just
are we
it just
glorifying
gives you like this buffet of like, here's all the things that we could probably talk about, but we're not gonna finish any of it. So
yeah, like, is our disgust and our fascination, is that us being the monster, or like we're disgusted and fascinated by how disgusting something is? I don't think that means that we are complicit and we want it to happen.
But I'm sure all of us have, maybe not a friend, but someone that we've spoken to or have been associated with, where they speak a little bit too romantically about things, where you're like, I think it's interesting, but
hey, we don't talk about the group chat.
But like, you know, when they start talking about a thing where like you're separating fascination with just a weird thing, like I don't know. Anytime I fall down some rabbit hole on YouTube where
you hit your
school
life alert,
shooters,
right?
One more time.
Whenever you fall down, you hit your life
for
alert.
For every joke that you miss, how many times are you going to keep trying?
It's the only thing keeping me awake right now.
Anyway. Be better at it, goddamn.
Are we ready for a crazy Gothic phone? Do you have enough energy for a Gothic phone?
Bimo does. He said he couldn't wait for it.
Always.
Thank you guys for sticking around for it and for taking me through the whole thing.
Well, we only got through the first ending of it. There were 2 additional endings after.
Oh yes, sorry. Go back to what?
Go ahead.
You said 6. How many endings? I mean, this was, in terms of also, it was such a slog to get through. Like,
yeah, I was happy. I was like, it's over. And wait, we're going more? So there is that end where there's the dance number. He seems to ascend to his mother, who tells him he's changed the world, and he seems to have been forgiven after solving, the quest to find down this serial killer. But after that, then all of a sudden it shows his tombstone, and then every horror icon shows up to scare these kids. That apparently is in like the year 2000, because I think in the year 2000 his headstone went missing, and then it was returned in 2001, and it's been an unmarked grave since then.
He's actually supposed to be unmarked from the beginning.
For the sake of narrative purpose, why would you show the kids that knock the tombstone down?
Because even they were inspired by him. That's why they needed the tombstone.
But they disrespected him, and then in the same shot where you're having the teenage kids in this thing disrespect his grave, you also have all of the fictional horror classics celebrating in the same spot. Like it's a weird.
Don't you understand? His legacy outlives his tombstone. Come on, Charles. It was right there.
And his legacy, it makes Halloween scary. These are the things that go bump in the night. And when we are out having fun on Halloween, that's what.
There is another shot that looked like Michael Myers. I think they were also saying that Halloween was doubly inspired by him.
It's a conflicting shot.
The one kid sees him in. Sorry, it's a conflicting shot. Why?
Well, because you're showing real life people disrespecting his grave, but in the same shot, you're showing us that the ghosts of horrors past also celebrating. Like what are you trying to say exactly?
And significantly, the kid that does see him is a Boy Scout. He's dressed as a Boy Scout. I don't know what that kind of commentary is. Is that the Boy Scouts get scared?
Superman commentary.
I think it was Halloween, so it might have just been
Yes.
a uniform
He's
or
dressed.
an outfit for him, but
Yes.
hard to say.
No, I think he's dressed up as a Boy Scout, and that's the joke. Other people around him are dressed, and it's Halloween, and it's all glorious and stuff. And you're just like, okay, cool. And then, sorry, we're not done yet. Like, I was starting to tweet. Okay, I was busy saying I'm done, and then this shit carried on. It just carried on. Like, when the dance number was done, I'm like, okay, cool, we're done. Nope.
Well, they've already like glorified every serial killer. Clearly, they're done kind of, glorifying his legacy and everything like that. But oh no, we're revisiting every one of these horror icons and possibly throwing
Remember
in a couple
this?
more.
Because we did
Yeah.
it in the show. Huh? We have to spend time doing this. It's just, ew. And then this last thing, the last bit. Innocence Lance.
seemed like the most
I think that's
egregious-
the main thing. Yeah.
The last one seemed the most egregious to me. So we showed him like kind of his delusion, his music video ascending, and then we see like kind of this legacy, which would have been like 15 or so years after he died. So then the final one that it shows is seemingly him in heaven with his mother. There's like this glowing light. They're back on the porch, and he's just there with his mother, and she's saying like, only a mother could love you.
Sopranos did it better.
They did, but my God, like, what is the overall message for that?
That's the
Like,
last line. Yeah. What is that? What are we supposed to take from that? Like, that is actually something she did say to him, and that's a very big part of his psyche. But we didn't actually explore much of his youth. Actually, we just made sure that we could see Charlie Hunnam naked and Charlie Hunnam jerking off in undies.
I mean,
that's all.
based.
Yeah.
Like when you've
Equal
got that
opportunity nudity. Thank you very
ham
much.
and bean, when you got that physique, the ham and bean physique, you got to show it off. It's quite amazing.
But he
Because
had a droopy
18
eyelid, so like that takes
the
2
droopy
points
eyelid.
off.
He
Easy.
had a droopy eyelid because he had a lazy eye. Okay, his eye was lazy. It's not that he's just looking at you.
It was
kinda-
just unmotivated.
Yeah,
Okay, no, it wasn't.
it's just lack of electricity.
And also he had a growth on his tongue that made him have a bit of a speech impediment, or not an impediment, like he spoke a certain way. So he had a growth. He had growths all over.
Growth on my tongue.
He had a growth on my tongue. Anyway, mothers should not say that, Michelle. They should not. Like, maybe say it as a joke. Like, only a mother could love you as a joke. But it seems like that's exactly
Sometimes they
what
mean it.
this woman did not want any other woman getting anywhere near her son. And yeah, it's also she didn't have her stroke, by the way. She didn't have her stroke right there when she saw the harlot and the puppy killer.
Apparently, they took liberties with that too, because apparently the dog actually gets nuked. Well, not nuked, but killed. So, like, what? Why are you sparing us of certain things? Well, I guess if the dog had sex with someone, then you'd show us because sex.
Yes, 'cause we want to
So,
show it, yes.
even that though, like they just kind of sensationalized it, but they didn't like truly take advantage of it because Geen does kind of recant. He
does
was
say
able
that.
to tell that story, but his fascination on it was his mother's anger at the moment, and it wasn't that this dude was beating and killed a dog in front of them. It was that this guy's mistress ran out of the house. Just like, can you believe that this dude would live in sin? That was the issue that she took. She was just so upset at that. Not
he
somebody,
agreed.
Beating the shit out of a dog with a giant stick.
Yeah, he didn't see that. He didn't see that himself. He was just like, oh, that upset my mother. That's why he told that story, is that it upset his mother that this woman was there, and the immorality. The reason that what he did is he took that and said, because guys, he's not stupid. They made it seem as if he's really a mentally challenged person. He's not. He had average intelligence. Okay, low average, but average. He was not stunted. He was emotionally stunted, not intelligence wise. But anyway, the way they make him write the 8 very slowly, they make that seem like, oh, he's just a bit dense, and that's why he did these things. Yeah. Anyway, last thoughts other than fuck the show. Sorry, I'm not supposed to swear.
Oh, you're not?
Didn't
No,
finish
I'm not-
it.
I'm not
Didn't
bothered.
care for it.
You should watch the final episode.
Yeah, please watch the final. Just at least the
Worst
dance
in War of the
number.
Worlds.
Go and see it.
I'll
Yes.
try.
Mm,
Yeah,
Worst
No, just
in
one
War of
day
the
when you're
Worlds.
feeling bad.
it's
So every day.
Yeah, so it's bad for so many reasons. Everybody, I think it's a 30 something on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's about right.
Halloween was based off Ed Gein, The Holiday.
Yes, the
I mean,
holiday.
not the movie.
Yes, not the movie. Yeah,
True.
Ed Gein. So, yeah.
You know the candy pails?
he's-
That was based
so
off of
he's-
skulls. He did that.
So is he going to get? I suppose there's more seasons coming. What do you guys know about the seasons?
Apparently, we're going to see more of Jax from Sons of Anarchy. He is going into the next one, which is Lizzie Borden for some reason. So,
more
You know.
sex, gay
Axe
sex,
Just all the kind of sex. We just want all the egregious.
lesbian.
The World War II stuff was also just egregious, just horrible. That it's like, why do you need to have this? You want this imagery. I was like, what is your angle here? That you've just got all of these concentration camp. You got Jewish people.
The bitch of Buchenwald thing.
In the bitch, but you've got them now coming to take him. In order to show that he's delusional or has visions and things, you yourself really wanted people in striped uniforms running and trying to get into his house.
Right. It
Yeah, it
that-
was a weird sequence.
the bitch of
Yeah.
Buchenwald stuff. It leaves you wanting more for explicitly that reason. Like, why are you showing us this? If you're not going to pay any of this off, what the fuck does World War II have anything to do with anything?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
his crimes don't lead to anything that happened in like future wars. Like, you're not making a statement on Vietnam or anything that happened
Mhm.
after he was alive. So why the World War II influence on his crimes? If you're just going to say that he read a comic book about a woman who did gnarly shit and then have him have visions of that, why? What are you telling us?
It's just
Because
it just
Unclear.
Yeah. You're not telling us. You're just saying, look, we can make this visual.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had visuals. That. Yep.
Yeah. They also somehow the Jews are to blame.
Pretty
Well,
much.
yeah.
Always.
Look, you do go like he got into Nazi stuff, but there's more to explore there. Like, he didn't find it wrong, so there's something. Why did he not find it wrong? Why was he fascinated? Also, by the way, he was supposed to be drafted for the war, but actually he because of his growths and shit like that, he actually couldn't have been.
Oh, on his tongue.
Yeah, the growth on his tongue. No, there was some other growth, abnormal growth somewhere.
either.
So anyway, I don't know. It just seemed like that was another part of the egregiousness. The World War II stuff just seemed just another reason to do gross stuff.
Fuck shit.
Yeah. So there is that. And look, there's also statements to be made about the bitch of Birkenwald and whatever. There's all those kinds of things, but instead we just wanted to show a sexy Nazi. Are you made her sexy, and then I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
it's this, well, I
He
don't
has that
know.
vision of her when he's at the bar, and he ends up
Yes.
shooting that woman. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what that connection was. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
There was
Joe,
no
what are you doing?
connection. They were just trying to be like
Edgy boys.
weird, edgy, gory. Wow, we can do this on TV. Let's do it. It doesn't matter if it makes
Right.
sense or connects in any sort of way.
Yeah, exactly. Then we're not saying anything with that. We're just
Let's throw in the
It's the-
shower scene, even though there's no connection to what we're actually seeing with the Ed Gein stuff. But we'll
I
use
think
the
it's
Ed
the-
Gein characters.
It's the same thing with the Richard Speck thing. It's just I think they're trying to be outrageous, and they're literally trying to be. people are going to talk about it. Like, why
Yeah,
would
but
they
we
have to be
hate
kind of
it.
that explicit and over the top? But
Yeah, I think that they like that.
Nailed
I
it.
guess they want that.
It's a fetish.
Guys,
You're a
join the
fetish.
Gartic. We were just answering Michelle's questions because Michelle's very great and giving us a lot of things to talk about. Really
Join
appreciate
us,
it.
or you will be your Ed Gein.
Yeah.
Why?
Guys, please try not to be graphic in
Yeah.
the Gartic. Let's draw butterflies and dates. No moths either, by the way. No moths.
No moths. I like moths though.
Egregious use of moths as well.
What? What?
Just moths everywhere. Because remember,
Have you ever
because
seen a
hey,
moon moth?
moon moths are crazy. Yeah.
I've got my prompt all ready.
Mhm. Okay, we could get 2 more. Come on. I guess that's it. I will give you.
It's a shame
Wait.
that no one's being
Right.
responsible enough to say something about mental health. That there should be some sort of, I don't know, even if you're going to blame it on sexual proclivities, do it.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
have that be your narrative. Like, see these people who have unconventional sexual activity. They're fucking psychos, because that's the connective tissue we have here. Is that
That I'm like, are you really saying this? That sounds like,
non-straights tend to kill?
what? Yeah.
What?
How
Sorry, what?
how are trans people feeling about this? I'm like, look, it does definitively
What
have
the
a
hell is this?
trans woman say that's a
Definitively
moon
cute.
moth.
Cute. No.
It's adorable.
Hairy.
It's fuzzy.
Yes,
It's
it did show
adorable.
that he got better with medication. I can't play. I can hardly watch the stream itself right now. Okay,
that sucks,
Hunty.
Hunty. Wish you could
Well,
join
thanks for
us.
being around. Make sure you like
All
the
right,
stream,
Hunty.
okay? It'll take like 10 minutes for your phone to actually register that the like is there, but do it.
Yeah. Show Netflix you don't like the series by liking this video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll get that message.
Best
Um,
like pitch ever.
Mm-hmm. We got 8 people. Let's go. I suppose that's
All
it.
right.
You guys have run out of time.
Sharing
Bimo
it.
Let's
is
go.
cheering. Here we go.
I like how we have name and
name's
what is
awesome.
that? And shrug.
Zero,
Male
Zero
male
F's.
man shrugging.
he's
Name
the-
is a
he's
perfectly
usually
cromulent name.
All right, let's go.
It's valid. It's like calling dog. Oh god, everything can be taken so badly right now.
It's okay. I did a nice wholesome one.
No. That's about half your time. Yeah.
Guys, just be good. Don't be graphic. I have to think of a new prompt now. Cameron,
Don't be graphic.
Cameron, put a microphone in your prompt.
And your what?
Your prompt. Write up your prompt.
Will it fit in there?
With Cameron, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
What?
Oh. I think I got Dorcas's one. There you go. And then no, all this is Bemo's.
How do I do this? What am I supposed to?
With great
Yeah, there's no way.
I don't know what you guys are complaining about. I don't even understand my prompt. I don't
Totally.
understand it at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be the reason why all of this makes no sense.
Yeah, I blame you.
Yeah. Time really got away from me at some point. But hey, you've got about
Gosh.
half your time remaining.
Okay, good. I wish you could just do a copy paste.
Oh, that would be too easy. You don't want to play on
Too
easy mode.
helpful. Yeah.
Yes, she did.
I do, yes. I require easy mode.
Disgusting.
You guys, when Gordon came out of the room, he heard me saying titties, and he goes,
That's enough of that.
It's like,
That's fantastic.
I was like, but I'm talking about how bad they are. Like,
And he's like, nah.
and he used to laugh at me that I couldn't say the word.
What, titties?
IT. Yeah, and like, it's bad for your ad revenue. Yeah, my 35 cents ad revenue.
Is he
Doesn't
being
affect
the
that.
manager?
Yeah, he's being a bit of a manager. It's cute.
Like what's her name?
Adeline, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I did not change. I did not.
What is this?
What is this?
What?
Darling did this one.
That's all I got. Hey, Vegeta, what's up?
Hey, Vegeta.
He discovered AI art, so he's been flooding my Discord with a bunch of AI art. And one of it is me mixed with the Clippy character.
Oh, lovely.
What?
Okay, so this is based off of a Dorcas prompt.
What?
I only know why, because it says Gray is there.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh no. Okay, restarting. You now have 3/4 of your
What?
time remaining.
Oh, did you disconnect or something?
No, I screwed up.
Guys, Edkin wore a hat that's kind of like Charles's. Just
Reach. Man knows fashion. What do you want me to say?
his choice in underwear was me, but that's uncomfy, man.
Sexy.
Scratchy.
I don't know. That green one though. You got about 1/4 of your time remaining. Hopefully, you're up to something good.
Oopsie.
Shit.
No.
Balls. So much balls.
You know, there's a pretty easy
watch the
way to make
animation.
balls using the button that it's got there. You can do circles.
What's the AI music about, Vegeta?
Balls.
About how fucking gay I am, and that it's totally not suspicious that I'm straight.
Whoa.
So he's doing nonfiction then?
Jesus Christ! Fuck you, Gray. Fuck you, Gray. What was his name? Something Murphy. Oh, he said "fuck you, heartfelt." Oh my god, it's what got him kicked off the net, pretty much. I forget.
Yeah. What is
What's
that
happening?
dude's name? The dude with the 3-toned beard.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he said, fuck you, heartfelt to Sidney Watson. And then it turned out that he was a fucking weirdo degenerate guy that was lying about his entire
Oh,
persona.
that guy.
Who? What?
Yeah. I remember
Three-tone
that
beard?
guy.
Yeah, you'll know who. Well, you might not know. No, I'm not going to share the music, Vegeta.
Don't worry, I'll just jump on the Discord anyway.
This is not the time for that.
What?
I don't know. It seems like a pretty good time. Sounds like you're trying
Bimo
to
loves
keep
the
the man
songs.
down, Bimo.
I need to get better at drawing Kitty.
Yeah.
I need
I'm
to get better at drawing.
notoriously bad at it.
In general,
What?
You've got a
Ew.
style to yours.
I want,
Everyone kind of does.
I want Darling's style.
I know.
Same.
That would be awesome.
My eyes are watering.
well,
So you have about half the time remaining, so you could probably.
if
spend
you
some
water
of it.
your eyes too much, they'll grow too much.
How many layers? Wow, forget it. I can't ask.
Oopsie.
Oh, I could have done that. Would have been ambitious. Never mind. Damn it to
Yeah.
hell.
Katie,
Hey guys, I
there
have
in the
it-
music
I had-
section of Bemo's Discord. I had no idea. You're not even in my Discord.
I'll go. I will. I know. I've been meaning to join for many moons.
Many moons.
It's overrated.
Even I'm in the Discord.
I expect.
I'm pretty sure
I
Dorcas is
expect
the
a
only
very
figure in there.
warm welcome.
I'm
Is the
with
only
the
what
fence.
there?
I'm in your Discord, Charles.
I'm in yours.
I ignore all the messages.
Wait a second. What do you mean you're in mine?
I am in yours.
What the fuck?
Everybody's in
When?
everybody.
I don't know when you sent the link in the thingy. For a while now, a couple of weeks.
I've never sent the Discord link into what? What?
Yeah, you did in the
Yeah.
I think it was planning chat. I think you did
Yeah.
once.
Thanks
That's how
for
I
paying
got in there.
attention, though. I really feel loved right now.
I want you to prove it.
Emo.
My presence is worthless.
I'm calling your bluff. I want you to prove it.
All right, I'll prove it.
What is this? What is this?
I can't share the music, Vegeta.
Please don't.
I'm
stop
not
the
tech
music.
savvy enough. To do it while playing the game.
Oh
Whoa.
Yeah,
no!
this is true.
What?
I screwed up. There was supposed to be an extra word on someone's prompt. I apologize.
Context.
for that.
Wait.
Whoa. No.
That's about half your time.
Shit.
Hopefully, you're making good art.
Oops. Nope.
No, this is fucking awful.
Don't be so hard on yourself. I'm sure you're doing great.
You can literally look up and see what I'm doing. This is
I can't.
fucking
That would be
awful.
cheating. I am not
That
a
would be
cheater.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I've just done, but okay. Fuck.
But you got a quarter of your time remaining to figure out what you've done.
Oh.
No, I haven't drawn it all yet.
What am I trying to portray here?
Fucking hell.
That's it. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Troy.
Oh,
There it is.
I hated it.
That's
I
all you
hated it.
have
I
to do.
hated it.
It was art. Art has
Fudge.
been made.
Fudge cunt.
Oh, fudge.
Choice.
Is
I ran out
that
of
the
time.
British version of shit cunt from Aussies?
Sure.
Mm.
Okay. So,
Poop stink.
Poontang. All right. Voiceover on. Let's go.
BMO taking a shot every time Ed Jean is brought up.
Jean.
Ed Jean.
Ed Jean. Ed Jean Valjean.
BMO drinks
That
beer in
is
order to
awesome.
watch Ed Gein's story.
Pretty close.
The only way that I would watch it.
The bubbles.
That is
the
that
levels.
is so true right
to
there.
watch Ed Gein Monster Grey is there.
Gray's there.
Crazy.
Oh, it's so
I
Awesome.
like that Darling is in on
And
it.
it's just a
Grey
penis.
watches
on-
drunk BMO watch a show about lumber workers.
Lumber
Oh,
workers.
yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's so awesome. That is the perfect
That's the
BMO
new
right
BMO. That's the new BMO.
Yeah.
I think so. You said you were going to get a new
I like
BMO.
the
and you-
head, the mouth is
avatar.
down here. I love it. I love it so much. Not
and
even
the other
laughing.
eyes and the hair.
Hitchcock jealous of Geen.
Oh.
Oh. I don't know what
Oh.
happens. Oh.
Oh, that is awesome.
Oops a daisy.
Ed
Agreed.
Gein going boo near Frankenstein.
My bad.
Oh, I thought he was going boom.
Oh.
Thought he was
Mr.
dynamite.
Monster boos Ed Gein. Ed
Booze.
Gein has a shovel.
That's what that is? Oh no.
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster
I love
hates
that
Ed
drawing
Gein.
so much. Okay. The Cookie Monster was awesome.
That's gold.
Every version of
gold.
Cookie Monster is just amazing. Bikini shit.
Charles is out of pocket.
Oh no!
What?
It makes so much
no.
sense now.
No, that's in pocket.
Oh.
Kitteh has tiny Charles on her chest
Oh.
pocket.
Whoops a daisy.
I ruined this shit.
Well, the pocket is
Charles
stuck
is
so
in
far.
Kitteh's shirt pocket.
Yeah.
Pocket.
No, I'm not tiny. Still, what? This is tracking pretty well.
Giant Kitteh has a tiny Charles in her shirt
Yep.
pocket. Boom.
Oh,
Yeah.
but wouldn't you just be a normal size, Charles?
Who broke this? It looks
Oh,
pretty
I
good to
love
me.
that.
It looks like it.
And
Yeah.
now I'm not out
I
of
think
pocket.
it was there.
I'm in
It's
pocket.
fucking awful.
We got Charles
I
in pocket the
I
whole
spent,
time.
I
Very
spent
clearly
way
in
too
pocket.
long trying to make this look good.
Giant.
Don't
For
try
the
to move the
angle.
goalposts. You're strong my out of pocketness.
That's why
You're
you
This
still
just
in
proves-
pocket.
Charles is never out of pocket.
Yeah, he
Never.
stays in it.
Moon moth changes a light bulb.
Oh.
The fuck?
Oh.
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 I love
Young
that.
I see it.
grasping a light bulb.
That's a Hunty level art right there.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh.
So good,
Oh,
Darla.
that is awesome.
So
A flying moon turns the lights on.
I didn't even try.
Oh, light switch.
Crescent moon flipping the off switch to on.
You get flipped.
Ooh.
What does that say?
Not.
Not a banana.
Not a banana.
I don't know. I'm seeing
Banana
banana.
for scale.
I know. It's reading banana.
I didn't think of a
Eric the
banana.
elephant copies the
until you
shower
said
scene
it.
from Psycho.
Let's go, Eric.
Oh,
Oh,
that
love
is
it.
awesome,
That's
BMO.
great.
And look how
Eric the
angry.
Antifa elephant watches you shower.
And look how
Whoa.
violent the elephant looks.
What's going on there?
Eric
Cameron.
summons Jewish demons.
Jesus Christ.
That's Cameron's. Cameron's thing.
I love that.
Eric the Antifa elephant makes a pentagram to summon something.
Wait.
Oh my gosh.
Wasn't a pentagram though. Originally.
I know.
I
I
don't
thought it
recall
was a
making-
pentagram. Sorry, I don't see it that
I
way.
don't like that Eric is an Antifa elephant in lore. He was merely curious about it when I drew.
See, this is the cousin of Babar, okay? You see, when
Jewish demon.
Babar
You're a
takes
Jewish-
New York,
guys-
he actually contacts his cousin right here.
I fear Eric's radicalization is well past saving.
Do you see?
See, this
do
is
you
proof
see-
that Antifa is not just an idea.
Cameron's
Kitteh encounters the
Profile
Mothman
picture.
at night.
is a Jewish demon.
Moth.
Apparently.
Oh.
I'm a man.
Kitteh in the
Yeah, I
same
read
room
it.
as a
Kitty
trans
encounters
flag.
a moth at night. I totally didn't realize it was Mothman. So my bad.
Fly telling Kitteh yes is queen. Microphone emoji.
Yes, queen.
I like that.
Giant fly uses TikTok speak to Kitty.
Oh.
If someone
Oh.
says 6'7", that is the most TikTok thing. Fucking 6'7". Doesn't even
No.
make any
6'7".
goddamn sense.
Kids are
What
dumb.
is that? I don't know.
It's
what
brain rot. That's what it is.
You're
You don't
officially
need to
old,
know
Kitty.
because-
Congratulations.
that- Yay!
Kitty,
Too old.
most of the people that say 6'7" don't even know what it means. They just say it because ha ha ha, friends made it, and it's
Well,
its
it's got
little
3
inside
origins.
joke. Ugh.
Just
Okay.
but yeah, my bad. I didn't read Mothman.
The true
and I
owner of
apologize.
the nipple.
Oh, no! Those are mine.
Well, I
It was
meant
You're
mine,
taking
though.
someone's skin and titties gray
Oh.
is there.
That's
Where is
okay.
there?
Oh,
That's mine.
that's mine.
Gray and an Indian look at an Indian's skin for sale by old.
Why Indian?
My old.
I don't know
Why?
yet.
Gray buys some skin from a hippie.
Daisy.
I mean, like,
Lay some skin
wow.
on me.
One,
One,
please.
please. I'll have one skin, please.
One skin, one singular skin. I like how QB you made Gray.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
That's
do
what I'm
too.
here for. Forgot the label.
Square
Where
jars
is
are where
it?
it's at.
No label.
Charles splits himself into 3 individual Charles.
I'm
Oh,
so sorry
that's
I
what
messed
this
this
was?
up, guys. Yeah, I tried.
Oh.
and
Oh.
then I
One
was-
Charles is removed from the other 2 Charles.
Dude, Gray, I did not fucking understand this one.
Charlie cubed.
Yeah. Ruh-roh.
Charlie. There you
Wait,
go.
no. Cube
Charlie
is
to
3.
the power of 4 backslash.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, see, I was
Yeah.
in such a fucking tizzy. I was trying.
Darling, that is
I'm
awesome.
darling in the back of the You're talking to put in a shrug.
That was great.
I don't know. How would you do one Charles is removed from the other 2 Charles?
So I would make a Naruto reference.
Okay.
I would not get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would
I feel
Shadow
like I
Clone
failed,
Jutsu.
yes. But I don't know how to do this. That is a fun jutsu.
We may be shot.
Yes. Or I would have like a funhouse mirror type of style thing where there's 3 different fucked up versions of Charles. And then there's a regular Charles.
One is
to this
more than
side.
enough.
I think what Gray did was great. It worked.
Oh, well, thank you. I think it sucked, but thank you.
One skin.
Alright.
It was something, that's for sure.
I've got to take Eric the elephant to
be-
counseling.
I think it means more than counseling.
Re-education. We have to re-educate.
Rehabilitation.
We do. There is a request for a song quickly.
Porn?
Oh.
God.
Emo. Your theme
just
song.
Which song? Yeah. Otherwise, I guess I'm gonna have to go and find it. But you guys have to.
So
Yeah.
let me see here, because there's only a few that it could be. So many. There's so many. There's so many. All right, here it is. Where is it? BMOloveswomen.mp3.
Okay.
Now, the last time I tried to share audio, it did not want to. So we'll see how this goes. But I suppose I could send it to you, Kitty, if you think that would
Just
work.
try it again. Try and see. And,
Yep. I'm just going to directly share the Discord page and we'll see. Yeah, that's fine. Share
you might have to share
screen.
your audio. Yeah, but no, you're using what's the name?
Pornhub?
I'm
still
sharing window
serious.
and then I'm going to share system audio.
Okay, then we'll be able to hear ourselves. We have to keep quiet.
We'll find out if we can hear ourselves.
We should be able
Can
to.
we hear ourselves? Because it doesn't sound like it.
No.
I think it would just be us. Hey, no echo.
Okay. No echo.
That
Okay.
might mean no song.
Can you hear that at all?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay. We got to try again.
Copyright claim.
Oh, I hope you do get copyright claimed.
That would be fucking awful and hysterical at the same time.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to just do this. Okay. So this.
Be hilarious if Vegeta is the one who claims it. Hey, that's my song.
That would be really funny.
They did not have permission to use this.
Here, Kitty, I'm just going to deem this to you.
Shinde, Fight Night intro.
Nope, that is not. That's all my music that I use on my stream. Here you go.
Yeah, I've got it. This.
I've already got it. It's already sent to you.
Oh, what this?
Can't wait.
It's like Charles already has it too.
There are people who make fake copyright claims.
Oh, yeah, I experience it.
Yes. Actually, that's funny because I showed 0.05 seconds of The Raid, okay? The movie The Raid on one of my streams. So they claimed the entire thing, okay? Now, granted, I'm not making money, so they just blocked it pretty much.
Okay.
And it was the person that was claiming it was a YouTuber with 5 subscribers.
Oh,
just
yeah, you could
just
fight
having
that.
fun.
I did dispute it, and eventually they released it after 30 days because they just left it in limbo.
Yeah, because they can get in real trouble.
I just thought that was funny. It's like, okay.
Okay, let's get this louder. Here we go.
I think you were just interrupting.
I'll say it after the song.
It's better.
Oh my
No
goodness.
fox of any kind.
Oh goodness. AI.
Oh yeah, and it goes longer.
It,
It's a full song.
Is there an affinity to making like anime style intro songs in AI? Because
I mean, we all appreciate it.
Samey type sound.
because it's all about an intro. It's all about the feels. Who was interrupted? It was me.
I believe so.
I think it was.
Music was. So
Other one. I have no idea what you're talking about, Vegeta.
Thank you for being sane on Wiki TV. Thanks so much, Cameron, for being around there or watching it. And I really love the way that you wrote my name. That's pretty cool.
Cuntsia? What's a cuntsia?
It's the kitty cat. It's a little kitty cat. Yeah. That was if you guys haven't gone to see that, it was interesting. We debated on Wick whether maybe just quickly to end us off here. Do you guys think society coddles men?
No.
Yeah. So that there were people arguing that men are coddled. So
What?
I was arguing against.
You have to.
Oh,
That begs the question of the other sex as well, and then you have to ask that question. So it's like that just turns into its own fun whataboutism.
That's basically that's all it did.
There was
is just
so much
aired
misandry
grievances. Yeah, just
on that stream. It was.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. What is the main argument that yes, men are coddled in society?
It is mostly that you get a pass for bad behavior.
What?
Yeah, and
This,
and also
I want
the
a
main,
whataboutism right now.
yeah, what the
Jesus
main
Christ.
argument as well that is that women have to be nice to men because of the danger that if you're not nice to a
violence?
man, he will kill you. Yeah. Where my argument was, I think if everybody is nice, the threat of violence can happen between two men as well. So that's moot. I don't think. No, I think it's not just inherently women. I think there was other the incompetence, men fake incompetence in the household. Therefore, they
Oh my God, weaponized.
therefore they don't
incompetence.
do chores. So it became very much. It became a list of grievances with men, essentially.
How many?
Yeah,
women
it
were
was.
present?
It was
They
really
were four.
aggravating to listen to them denigrate
I was one
like
of them.
working full time as like working
Yes.
40, 50, 60 hours a week, and then them. Yeah, no, I didn't like.
Yeah,
it.
How many men were present?
There were two men, Wick and Ash, one of them. I was on the men's side because I'm a pick me, So
How dare you?
it was just basically, and then eventually it came to the point of, oh, well, yeah, men are useful. They give me money, so there was that. They weren't
It
that
comes
bad.
full circle.
Did one of the women claim that she cleaned for 45 hours a week? Is her job like a house cleaner or something? Because that's the only way that works.
Mhm. Yeah, I think, or unless the house is very, very large. Yeah.
Fair enough, but if you have a house that large, why would you not have a staff to accommodate it? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Something
That
tells
makes
me
sense.
that these people were streamers and they don't actually have jobs.
No, I think that some of them have jobs.
Okay, I'm making assumptions.
The sheer cognitive dissonance they displayed, though, when talking about how men should, in addition to their full-time work, do things around the house that doesn't matter, and they don't deserve any praise or any kind of thing for doing it because they're not even good at it. It's
do you
want them to help or not?
Yeah, there was quite a case of because basically we got into other discussions, or we got into first there was the very much the grievances aired kind of thing, and then I tried to say, can we talk about men by themselves without having to compare them to women? You can't. You have to go into the comparison because it's like compared to what. So
Don't go out of
couldn't do
pocket.
that. Yeah. So, but at some point there was an out of pocket comment where it was like, "Well, choose better men, or choose better women," or something like that. It was
what?
It was like,
yeah.
Well, hold on a second now. Your response right there enforces this worldview you're against.
Yeah, I fucking hate this type of shit. This debate bro shit. Like, it's not. You need more perspectives, and yeah, I don't mean to straw man here or move the goalposts, but this is very out of pocket. It's like there's a lot to like the general claim. There's far more to it than that. I'm sure there are certain people that feel coddled, but to say men, like that's ridiculous.
I think I think my main conclusion was, bro, society has different forms of coddling for each person, and coddling for each sex, and coddling happens on both sides, and there you go. That's the end of it.
Different responsibilities.
society is society, and that's
And
it.
at the same time, there are people. There are quite a few people making claims that young men are like in a serious crisis mentally. So is that being coddled too because they're having some sort of
Yes.
fucking existential crisis? Like
It's
that's
weird.
How can you talk about men's issues, Charles, when women are oppressed?
Yeah.
It's
very
it's
strange.
too. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to draw men
No.
out of my pocket.
Dorcas, I know that you're bringing up men's issues and also women's issues at the same time, but there's a genocide going on, so you got to understand that it doesn't matter.
We can't talk about anything.
I
all
did
right,
not learn a new
guys.
phrase, darling. That is completely false.
I
Didn't
would
learn
say
it. Teacher just heard it.
I don't remember anyone on the stream when they were talking about how men are dangerous and will kill you if you reject them. I don't remember anyone bringing up like
the typical
those videos of women like at the gym trying to shame people.
All right, well, we
or men being
bring
called creepers. Yeah.
Yeah. Wick did bring up that there can be false accusations, and he did bring up actually situations in which women have actually threatened to say that they were raped if they don't have sex with if he doesn't have sex with them. So
I must have ADHD during that part. Cool. I'm glad it was brought up.
Yeah, it was brought up, and there was also the thing of just the double standards of women can put their hands all over men, and men are supposed to just take it. Men are just supposed to completely deal with sexual assault as well. You know,
and shame them for being incels.
Then the argument became, well, men are the ones that are congratulating each other when a teacher molests a boy. Like so yeah.
Who high fives the teacher when that happens? Like
Nobody.
I could understand like the other students like possibly high fiving the kid if it's, you know, like a hot teacher or something like that. But
Ian Watkins is no longer with us, Gray. So
yeah,
maybe there wouldn't be someone to high five.
I get that it's just anecdotal, but I sent the video to Charles not too long ago. But earlier this year, I went to a comedy club, and it was really weird because I thought like just they didn't film it or anything like that because I didn't hear anything about it until like 2 weeks later, and then the footage did release. But yeah, just this guy. It was very strange, but he asked his wife, girlfriend, whatever, the female that was with him, to stop being loud, and she just like stood up, threw a drink in his face, and then like slapped him like as hard as she could in front of everybody, and everyone's just kind of like laughing at the dude.
Yeah.
If it was reversed, there is no way that the audience would have not jumped on that dude and like stopped it. Like,
exactly.
I don't know. There is this double standard where women can be violent to men, and it doesn't get the same reaction from a crowd.
Well, right.
It's
There's
just
also
because we're not as effective.
The other thing, sexual assault on men often is perceived as humorous. So I don't know if that's
slapstick.
I don't know if we're coddling them.
Weird.
Yeah, is that coddling? Yeah. Is that
I know it's
coddling?
anecdotal, but it was an entire audience. It was a packed room, and everyone did that like oh noise, but nobody was like trying to stop her or saying we need to get the police involved in this.
Exactly.
I can't see it going the same way.
He would have been called
That's-
weak if he called the cops too. I bet.
It's anecdotal, but it's showing a societal norm, and that's what most people did is bring up anecdotes anyway. Sorry, Dorcas, what were you saying?
If a man and a woman are both drunk and they both have sex, the man is considered the rapist.
Yeah.
He should have known better.
Don't bring ad hominems into this, Dorcas.
Great. Charles is turning off the lights to tell us, like, hey, guys, it's like we're leaving the restaurant. The restaurant's turning the lights off.
I can't see the sun.
As the kitchen is closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're done. Yeah.
Is that the sun over there?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Close though.
Well, yeah. Thanks, guys. Look, it's we can do our own discussion, or we've done.
Yeah, no sun.
You know, on this
we
panel,
can talk about this.
We care about everybody, including men. So go hug a man.
I don't really
appreciate
care
your
about
men.
men that much.
Consensually.
I'll hug
No,
women.
sorry. Yes, consensually, please.
In
And
their pockets.
yeah, and also also
Check your pockets. They might be
also
happy to see
realize
you.
that it's difficult to be a man. Okay, I would
It's
rather
difficult
be
to be a human. Like,
Yes,
just so fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Look,
exactly.
Cameron
It's
says we
tough.
care about everyone, even men.
Even men. Right.
We care about
Um,
all races, especially black people.
Okay, guys. So, what's happening? I was gonna just end off, but what's everybody doing? Charles, what's up on your channel? We'll go that way.
Yo, dumb busy. The fruits of my labor will come out on Halloween.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
sweet.
Fruit is great.
Mm,
It's good for you. Lots of
fruit.
fiber.
it's a red herring.
Bimo.
So I've been going through 2 games. So I'm going through the Faith, the Unholy Trilogy series, and that has been a very interesting experience. I don't like horror games for the most part, so if you want to see me get jump scared and say Jesus Christ as I'm gasping for breath, that sounds awful now that I think about it in context. Either way, feel free to drop by, and I'm also playing Doki Doki Literature Club with Cinebeers.
With
So
Cinny.
and that's been a
Demo.
good time. I am clowning on the horrible writing in that game any chance I can get. But if you want to watch that, we're almost to the horror portion of that game.
I just
So-
want to hear Cinny do the voices, so I'm good.
Oh, she's doing the voices. So
Mm.
absolutely. We've done 2 episodes so far. I believe the last she's not going to be with me next week, but then we'll be back to doing it, and we'll try to finish it. It probably won't be finished before October's over, but Faith will be. That's what I've been doing on top of Saturday. I'm going to be playing Faith, and then we're going to be doing Fight Night, which is my fighting game community meetup late at night. We play Guilty Gear Strive. If you like fighting games, come hang out. It's also where I jump into the Discord, and people can talk to me about anything. I share my screen there, so you don't have to have the game. You just come hang out, and we have a good time. Yeah.
Cameron says that you're surprisingly entertaining, besides your wrong animating.
I couldn't even tell you what that means. Just ask me about an anime. I'll tell you if I've seen it. The answer is probably no.
And that's wrong.
Good man.
Dorcas, what you reading? What you doing?
First off, Bimo, if you enjoy Doki Doki Literature Club, you should check out Find Love or Die Trying.
Ooh.
I have heard of
As your
this, but
next
never
option.
seen anything of it.
Yeah, I remember liking what I saw of it.
Okay, I understand that, Cameron. Anyways,
my usual stuff over on my channel, No One Asked You podcast, 2 Sanderson things and a Wheel of Time thing each week.
Let's go Wheel Time.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. So, you can always come over and join the weekly roast that is the MSK show. If you've wanted to participate and just mock a man relentlessly, now is your chance. You can do it over there at the MSK show. It is the fall of gray, which means winter is coming, which means content will be here eventually. Just hold your breath. But if you want a better panel show, and there is such a thing as a better panel show than the MSK show, it used to be known as the MSK All-Stars, where literally the best parts of the MSK show were taken. So it's basically everything except for MSK. But yeah, if you want to join us, we're the last panel. Tomorrow night, we're going through some of our favorite movies. So yeah, if you want to come over and join, it's a brand new channel. Very few subscribers. You can be in on the ground floor of something that is a secret currently. But yeah, it's the last panel -1XY or something like that.
The last panel one, no dash.
There we go.
No dash.
That's the one. Sure. Let's do that. Yeah, come over and join the last panel. But tomorrow night we're talking about some of our favorite movies. I'm guessing this means that one of Steve or Lapsed Comic Fan, the guy in the middle, I'm assuming The Usual Suspects is one of his favorite then. So if you want to hear that, come on over tomorrow night. It should be a good time. That's about all I got going on, but content soon.
Yay!
That was almost a perfect way to like plug the thinkers while we're live. The way that you're saying, like the winner of Gray is coming. This is the perfect time. You could go to MSK's show, or you could go an even better panel, the thinkers.
The last panel instead of this one.
Well, I mean, how do you beat this panel? You can't. We're not competing. But, you know, this other channel, if you need to get in contact with them, it is the mskallstars@gmail.com if you need to actually talk to us. But, yeah, come over there. Enjoy yourself. It's like
Gray
the MSK
will-
show without the trash.
It's with normal conversation. Yay. But I'm sure you would give MSK shit because you can't be in a call without giving him crap. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. You've got to.
For me, guys, I'm going to be doing some spooky reacts. But also, I'm going to do a little bit of a react to C.S. Paffy has bought the book we were talking about last week. He bought from Shu's video. He bought the Milky whatever the thingy book, and he's now made a video about it. He's reading it. So Minotaur Love, yes. So I'm going to watch a bit of that and react to it for today's react stream. I am thinking, I still need to do. I still owe a members only video. For Marcus Aurelius, it's you know that. Morning Glory Milking Farm. That's the one. Reaction stream later on will be with that. But also, I would like, if you guys have scary videos, please put them in the suggestion box, essentially, on the Discord, because I want to do some spooky reacts later on as well. So that'll be today, and next week, hopefully there'll be streams. But I want to make an Ed Gein diagram, so that will be happening. I don't know if I'll do it live next week or if I'll make a video. Kitteh has Discord, yeah. There you go. That's it, guys. Thank you so much. We've had quite a long one today. I really appreciate everybody staying awake, and we'll see you next week. Have a nice life. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Woo.